Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Alright, everything looks like it's working. So I'm all live here, and I want to draw a live stream for you guys. So, I'm going to do a portrait today. I should probably make sure that this is muted. Cool. So that there's not a feedback there. Like a nib. Okay, so I am drawing a portrait today. If you can't really see the light sketch I already drew here, that's fine. I'll be darkening it to where you can actually see it. But I'm going to spend, at least as long as it takes to get this done, and as long as the live stream continues working, I'll keep working on it. But that way, you know, I also want to, you know, chat with you guys while I'm recording here, while I'm, you know, drawing. So, hey, how's it going, Chris Levi? Good to see you, Matt. So let's go ahead and get started on this, shall we? I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on my drawing here. Oops, other way. It's a little better. Zoom a little more. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So, I'm going to start with this really dark pencil right here. It's a 8B. Got to sharpen it up, though. Why are you starting with such a dark pencil? Well, I just want to get the dark part of this part right here. Okay, so I need another piece of paper to go underneath my hand so I'm not smearing. I don't want to smear. No smearing. Cool. Let's go ahead and get this up here, just like so. So I'm thinking this drawing might take me somewhere between 2 and 4 hours. So I'm going to try to stay on live for as long as I can, trying to get this done as much as I can. Hopefully the music doesn't stop. If the music stops, let me know, and I'll definitely. Always good to see you and watch something you do. Love the setup. Thanks, Chris Levi. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I definitely like the setup. I'm definitely excited to be able to do some live streaming. You know, it's pretty exciting for me. I've always wanted to do live streaming, especially of my drawings. I've always wanted to do time lapses of my drawings, and I finally started doing that recently. So, I figured why not try to do some live streaming. So, I'm pretty glad that I'm able to do it. My computer can't quite handle doing live streaming of gameplay and facecam and like TeamSpeak and all that kind of stuff, but at least I can do this. So, I'm pretty excited about it. I should probably sharpen this a little bit more. So I hope you're doing good, Levi. Good to see you here. How are the MGS boys? Broke my pencil. Okay, well, my sharpener is giving me crap. Come on. I just need this sharp. I need this nice and sharp so that I can draw my thingy. I need to draw my thingy. You know you want to let me draw my thingy pencil. Come on, let me draw my thingy. And it's probably going to break again. But I'll try. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring this up like so. I actually kind of need to grab my other pencil for this probably. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay, so I got my other pencil. Alright. This one will be better for some of these lighter areas in here that aren't quite that dark. Alright, so I'm going to go all the way up here. Question, how do you feel about the progress of channel over time? And hi, Sci-Fi. Well, Chris Levi, I say that your channel over time, you keep working on it. I mean, Medium Gaming Society is good right now. We are working on ideas for future stuff and working on compilations. My biggest complaint is that there's not a lot of work in editing. If you guys were to spend a little bit of time, just not a lot, I mean maybe like 15 minutes per video, and just try to like cut out some of the more boring stuff, maybe like do like a gameplay series and then do like a let's play series where you actually have everything and then have like more of like a highlight reel, like in addition. Because I mean I watch a lot of videos, as you know, obviously, and I try to you know, not watch videos that are too long. But a lot of you guys' videos are pretty long, and as long as you guys do that and you have fans that are watching them, that's fine. But if you had additional content that was a little bit less lengthy, you know, for people like me that don't have quite as much time to spend on a channel, then, you know, maybe I'll be able to watch those videos a little more, and, you know, I don't know, I'd be able to for me, it'd be better, but it's your channel. I say you do what you feel is right. If you like doing the lengthy Let's Plays and stuff, then I'm not opposed. I mean, I used to do a lot of that too, so it's a lot of fun. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. There's different styles for different channels. I mean, my channel has a very different style than most. Alright. Just trying to draw that in a little more. I was asking about your channel, but thanks for the feedback. I definitely take what you say into consideration. Oh, my channel. Well, I'm pretty excited about my channel, actually. I mean, I look back at when I first started my channel, and I was like, I don't know if my channel's ever going to do anything. I don't know if I should start a channel. I mean, I probably won't get any views. I mean, I'd be lucky if I get like 10 views total, or, you know, if I get like 1 like on a video, I'd be so happy, you know. And I fast forward a year, and I start getting like my big animation videos that started going big, and they were big because Minecraft animation videos were big at the time. And I mean, I guess you could say I jumped on the bandwagon there, but for the most part, I just really like animating. I mean, I really like making parody videos. I really like doing like my Minecraft hero and stuff. I would love to do more of that in the future, but right now I just don't have time for that. I wish I did, but I don't. Get that like that. Just go ahead and get this a little more roughed out over here. Okay. This isn't quite as high detail as you would imagine for this drawing. You probably barely can see it, but I should probably spend a little less time on all the little areas. I don't know. Maybe I won't. I'm probably going to make this a time-lapse. Oh, wait. I don't know if I can, actually. No, I don't think I can. So this will just be a live stream portrait, then. I'll have to do a time-lapse portrait at another time. But at least you guys get something fun to kind of watch and enjoy, and poke your head back in if you get busy or whatever. But oh, Sci-Fi, quick question: will you ever play FPS games like I think that's Black Ops 3? I don't really like FPS games. I'm not a big fan. It's not necessarily that I can't play them, it's just that I can't play in multiplayer. I'm really good at like single player. I mean, everybody's good at single player. But once I start playing against people online, I mean, a lot of people have too much time for it, and I don't spend as much time online as a lot of people would. So because of that, they're a lot better than I am, and they know the maps a lot better, and they're able to just kill me without me even realizing what's going on. So I don't really like doing FPSs for that reason. I mean, when it comes to Minecraft, I mean, as you've seen, I do mostly building, I do mostly survival. I don't really do a lot of, I guess, multiplayer PvP kind of things. So, plus it's just more peaceful, you know. I don't know, for me at least. More peaceful for me. Okay, well, let's see what this. This is looking kind of weird, but we'll see if it looks okay when it's done. You guys could probably already guess what it is. Okay, so I think this actually needs to go a little bit further, because this actually needs to be the outer part here. So this goes out something like this, but I'm actually going to go back and lighten this line, because this line's kind of dark right now. I want to lighten it to where it barely be visible, so that it makes a little more sense with what I'm doing here. Okay, so I want to bring this eraser now and just lighten all that stuff. All that stuff. So I hope you guys have been enjoying this live stream so far. It's just takes a long time to create one of these portraits, and it's gonna be a lot of me just working on one little area, like I said in the past in the last drawing live stream. But I really wanted to do it. So true, everyone has what they like to do. Yes. Yes, I agree. Everybody should do what they like to do. If you don't do what you like to do, then you're probably going to be very unhappy in life. Okay, so I want to darken all this in here, pretty much to right there. Okay, and I want to bring this down. Sci-Fi, I remember when I watched your The Skrillex. Oh, the Bangarang video. Yes, yes. It's a good one. It's now reached 50,000 views. 50,000 total views. It's crazy. I cannot believe that video has gotten as much support as it has. Honestly, to me, there's so much I could do so much better now, but I don't have time for it. Like I said, I mean, I'd much rather be doing stuff that I enjoy than keyframing. And I mean, I do enjoy animating, but when I have more time for it, you know, when I can treat it like it's a project and not like it's a hobby. I mean, it is kind of a hobby, but it's also not. I mean, it's pretty stressful to make everything work out with an animation. You know, I mean, not only do you have to script it, but you have to keyframe it, and you have to light it, and you have to build the stage for it, and you have to edit it, and then you make the video, and maybe people will like it, maybe people won't. I mean, there's a lot of stress involved when it comes to animating. So I try not to animate unless I have time for it. I love finished products though. I love what I do with animation. I love what I've done with animation. I mean, to be fair, I don't like all my animations. Very few of my animations do I actually like. Yeah, other live stream, did you line my drawing I sent you on Facebook? Brian, what? Oh, you sent me a drawing on Facebook, didn't you? I forget now. You might have to resend it to me. Sorry about that. It's been a busy week. I just started school back this week, so I've been pretty distracted by everything. It's sad that I'm going back to school, but it's also exciting because I'm finishing my degree this term, so I'll actually be done with school for a little bit at least. I mean, I'm probably going to be going back to school to get my bachelor's degree. I'm just getting my associates at the end of this term, at the end of the spring, pretty much in May. But I don't want to stop there. I want to keep going. I want to get at least a bachelor's, if not a master's. I mean, I've always enjoyed learning. I'm getting straight A's. Why not keep going as long as I can, you know? As long as it's easy enough that I don't mind. Okay. It's not quite dark enough. It needs to be darker all through here. This pencil's so tiny, it's so weird to use. It's so tiny! Tiny little pencil. It's your drawing, lol. Oh, yeah, the screenshot of my drawing. Yeah. That's right. I remember now. I was like, I don't remember an original drawing you sent me. Maybe you did. I don't remember. That's right, because it was my drawing. I sketchy. You're silly. Okay, anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and draw this all the way down here. Like so. I really wish I had time to make more Minecraft Hero. I really enjoyed that series. I really enjoyed making that series. I enjoyed doing the voices. I mean, I still do the voices from time to time, as you guys know. But I miss doing that series, and I left it at a terrible cliffhanger. I wish I would have, you know, not left it at that cliffhanger. I wish I would have done at least one more episode. One more episode would have had it at a better point, I think. I already have the next episode scripted, and I think it would leave it at a better point. I don't know that I'm going to leave it there, but, you know, at least for a little while. Until I have more time. Until I actually have time to go to... I want to take a Flash class, and I might take a Flash class over the summer, but I haven't really decided yet. Okay, so this right here is kind of a hard part to figure out. I'm going to go ahead and figure this out with a lighter pencil. So, this right here. This right here. Okay. This is kind of a complex area, so sorry if I'm not chatting too much here. Use a bigger pencil. I would use a bigger pencil, but I mean, I'm trying to use this one up, this little one up before I move up to this one. I mean, I don't want to waste this pencil. I mean, yeah, I've got the bigger pencil, but I don't want to use it because I want to use this one up. There's more lead here. I don't want to just throw this away. Okay, anyway, so this isn't too bad so far. It's working out. I think so. I think this is gonna work out, guys. I think this is gonna look pretty good. I'm not used to talking while I draw, so I'm sorry if I get quiet at times. Sorry if I'm not as energetic. I'm just so focused right now. I'm very focused. I'm trying to make sure that this looks as good as I can make it. I love this character. I'm sure you guys can guess who it is now. Let's go ahead and bring this down. Probably. Oh, I see what happened there. Right. And then that goes. No. It's supposed to be. Okay. It's supposed to go like this. Go like this. Okay. And then this is supposed to go. Around here, like so. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It looks a little bit better. I'm going to tie that up right there. I'm going to tie this up back down around here, like so. Okay, so this is looking kind of weird right now. I'm sure you guys don't fully know what's going on. I think it's Batman. Yes, John, you're right. Hartman. Oh? Hartman? Who's Hartman? Okay, so I'm going to draw this up. And I haven't started messing with the blending stump. A lot of times what I do is I draw full sections before I bring out the blending stump. A lot of this in here needs to be kind of blended out. Okay, so that right there actually needs to be bright area, just like so. And this goes down like so, across like so, and down like so. I think that's what it's supposed to do. And this comes out and down, something like that. And then this side has a little bit lighter version of that, but this side needs to be much darker, like much darker. Much darker. So let me know if you guys enjoy watching me, draw a portrait live like this. I mean, it's taking a long time just to come up with a little bit here. I mean, we've already been recording for, I don't even know how long now. It's been a little while though. And I definitely, I want to get as much of this done as possible. I might just do the head as a live stream and then do the rest of it as a time lapse. I don't know. Let me know in the chat if that's what you think I should do or not. Make a Minecraft prison series? Maybe. There might be something like that in my channel's future. Hey, Triple Gemini, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. 20 minutes. Oh, okay, it's been 20 minutes. Okay, well, that's not too bad. But in 20 minutes time, I've got, a little bit done here at least. Not really much. It's going to take a lot more time, like I said, because these portraits, they just take so much time to create. I mean, that's the biggest reason why there's not always a portrait every week. It's because they're just so difficult to create. Not difficult, they're just time-consuming. They take a lot of time to create. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring this down. Probably quite a bit more, actually. Okay, well, some of this might be a little bit of a correction kind of process that I'm going to have to go through, but I don't know. I'm not really sure if I'm going to draw this part over here yet, because I kind of need to draw this over here first. And I'm so used to, with most of my portraits, I draw from the eyes, but this one, you can't really see the eyes in the picture I'm drawing from, so it's kind of weird. We'll see how it works out. We'll see how it works out. And sometimes I have to get up, so if that happens, I'll probably get up and I'll go and grab a drink and put on the please stand by screen or something. So that's probably what I'll end up doing, something like that eventually, but not right now. I'm still sucked into this, so I want to get as much of this done as possible while I'm thinking about it. Okay, darken all this, and then this right here actually does weird things. It comes around, and there's like a little thing right there. Okay, and then right here there's like a little thing. Okay, and then bring this up and across. Down. We're getting there. We're getting there. This is looking very strange. This part right here looks like an evil eye. It looks like an evil bunny rabbit right now. Okay, so pretty good, just chilling out and drinking some coffee. How about you? Just enjoying my drawing. This is my day off during my first week of school, so you know, enjoying my day off during school. And then Sci-Fi, have you ever thought of building a PC? Building a PC? Well, my PC I did not build, but a friend of mine did build it, and I definitely prefer PCs to be built with your needs in mind, not necessarily like just going to the store and buying a pre-built PC, because a lot of times you can make them cheaper and better. So I definitely prefer PCs that are customized to your needs, which I'll probably be doing again this year. I'm really excited about that, actually. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It all depends on the financial situation, you know. That money stuff. That money. Okay, so drawing this. It's looking okay. It's looking kind of weird, but you know, at this point, I really haven't put a lot of the contrast in there that needs to be in there for it to really look good. So it's going to take a little bit of time to get all that in there. I'll try to keep talking as much as possible. Like I said, I'm sorry I'm not super high energy right now. I'm just so focused on this. I'm so focused on my drawing. I'm just trying to make it the best drawing that I can make it best. I hope you guys don't mind. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. Like so. Yeah. And then this needs to kind of shade in here. Like so. Something like that, I think. Yeah, and then this over here is so dark, like I can't even really mess with that. I'm trying to draw the light stuff first before I really work on that other stuff. Okay, so I'm going to darken all this in here. Not by much, just a little bit. Okay. It's kind of weird looking, actually. I should probably bring this out just a tad. Erase. No, let's erase that line. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I've got this bit here that becomes the jaw. So I've got to bring this down. And across. And this has to be somewhat strong here. Somewhat strong here. Wraps around. Okay. And then, hey, I'm not sure if you saw it yet, but I sent you a message the other day. I notice YouTube sometimes doesn't let someone know they have a new message. I thought I would let you know in case you didn't. I actually haven't seen the message, Triple Gemini, so thanks for letting me know. If you do build it, use a MSI NVIDIA GeForce GTX 970, not a 960. Okay, well thanks for the tip. And where your wifey at? My wifey's actually right here. She's just playing on the other laptop right now. So she's hanging out, doing her thing while I do my thing. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and draw all of this. This actually needs to come down a little more, I think. Yeah. Okay, so then this is looking a little bit better, but it's not quite there. It's looking very strange at this point. Very strange. And I'm hoping that I can kind of make it look a little better by darkening all this area over here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Maybe that'll make it look a little bit better. Darken all this over here. Okay, and bring this down. This needs to be a little darker too. Okay. Bring this up probably. Yeah, just like that. And all this needs to be darker too. Yeah, cool. So it's looking a little bit better, at least. A little bit better. It's not quite as dark as it needs to be, but it's getting there. Not quite. This is the part of the portraiture that takes forever, that with my little like 5-minute videos that I do, my little time-lapse videos that I do, it's like, and then that whole section is done, and you guys are, oh, that looks so cool, how did you do that? And it's like, well, because I'm spending like all this time like making sure that it looks good. That's the truth. I mean, I really just try to spend as much time as I can making sure that it looks as good as I can make it, so that when it's done, people are like, oh wow, and even I, you know, and I'm probably my worst critic. I mean, most people will see my stuff and be like, oh, that's amazing, and I'll be like, actually, it's not that good. Actually, it's not that good. There are plenty of portrait artists out there. That's the thing. There's a lot of people that can do what I do, but there's actually not as many as there are other types of artists. Portraiture is one of the smaller areas of art, I would say, because it takes a little more skill to like draw something realistically. Get a little detail in there, a little more patience, I should say, because some art, you know, you throw it together pretty quick and it doesn't take long. But it's all art. That's the thing. It's not about the time. It's just that I tend to spend more time on my pieces. I'm just, yeah. It's not bad to spend less time on your pieces. Starting to look okay. Let's see here. What do we got? I just missed a few bits of the chat. Hold on. What's going on here? Put her on the cam. No, he's drawing. Do it. No. Yes. No, she's in pajamas. I wish I could draw people like you. Mine always look so bad. Thanks, Triple Gemini. I appreciate that. I love your videos. Thanks, Jerry Logan. I appreciate that, man. And JK lol and anyway. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty excited to be started back in school. I'm pretty excited to be moving forward, you know, and getting closer to graduation overall, and just kind of finishing up everything and not having to worry about school anymore. It's gonna be very exciting when that's all done. So I'm gonna pull out my smudge stick. It's time for the smudge. It's time for the smudgy. The smudgy. The smudgy. Okay, so the smudgy, all it does is it moves the lead around. It just moves it just a little bit. And if I can do it right, it gets rid of the strokes so that it looks like it's just a smooth thing. So it just looks very smooth, and it looks very, very real, you know? Very real. Very real. Real. Anyway, yeah, I love drawing. It's a lot of fun for me. This is definitely good times. I wish I would do it more often, because I'm always so intimidated when I start, and then once I get into it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool. I forgot what this feels like, and then I keep going into it. Oh my god, why didn't I do this more often? No, anyway, but yeah, seriously, I should do this more often. I enjoy drawing. I can't help it. Especially watching a piece come together, you know, and just over time it just starts looking better and better and better. And people are like, oh my gosh, how did you do that? But it takes so much time. Let's see. You the best. Thanks, Jerry. There was static. There was static? That's strange. Smudge! The smudge! When you were talking... When I was talking, there was static? Really? I'm sorry. You're talking like a robot. I'm talking like a robot. I'll just keep talking like this for as long as I can handle. Where you get that brush at? I got this brush at the art store here in town. It was like 50 cents. Sci-fi, there's static. The smudge! Okay, anyway. I'm going to get back to my drawing here. Sorry if I'm talking like a robot. I know in my videos I'm so much more enthusiastic, but I actually try to edit down my videos to where it's just the fun parts, and it's not so much of me being, you know, focused on whatever I'm doing, and it's a little bit more fun. So that's the difference between my videos and my actual live, is that it's not as focused, it's not as quick. So I'm going to keep drawing all this in here, just trying to darken some of these smudges in here. Hopefully the smudge does the job and it starts looking more realistic. I think it's doing it, though. I think it is. I think it's doing it. I think it's gonna work. The smudgy. The smudgy smudge. Okay, so now I've got to work on his eyes here, because that's really the next part that needs to be done. But I kind of messed up over on this other side, I just realized, so I'm going to go ahead and work on that a little bit. This here actually needs to be a little bit higher. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't make that happen. Oops. I don't need that pencil, I need this pencil. Don't need that smudge stick, I need this pencil. There we go. I don't need that, I need this pencil. I don't need that, I need this pencil. Sci-fi, there's static. The smudge. The smudgy. Batman. Hey, Beaters, how's it going, man? Can you do Minecraft live streams? I technically can do Minecraft live streams, and I've done a couple, but they're not. I don't know. For me, it's harder to focus on Minecraft while I mean, it's a lot easier for me to focus on a drawing while I'm doing a live stream. So, but also when it comes to Minecraft, like I said, I like to kind of cut it down to the fun stuff and not have so much of the boring stuff in there, you know. And I do a lot of stuff in between episodes now. I mean, I used to have, I mean, all my old, I mean, I've got 550 plus videos on my channel. Some of my old videos, like my Let's Play Season 1, they're like so long and they're just boring because it's just so long and there's so much stuff in it. And yeah, so over time you kind of realize that, or over time I kind of realized that I didn't want to do that anymore, you know. It's just, I want to make sure that my videos are a little more fun to watch, even for me. Like if I make it fun for me, then it's probably fun for my viewers, right? I don't know. That's kind of my goal, is that if it's fun for me, then it's fun for my viewers. Because, like I said, I'm my worst critic. Actually, my wife's my worst critic. She's laughing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and darken probably all that right there, because it needs to be darkened. It needs to be darkened. Needs to be darkened. Probably a weird question, but what color is your wifey's jammies? That is a weird question. None of your vids are boring. Well, thank you, Jerry. I really appreciate that. I'm glad that you feel that none of my videos are boring. I try to make sure that they're entertaining. You know, I try to keep it as fun as possible. I know that if I had more time, I would spend more time on it and make the editing a little more fun. If I had, you know, more time to spend on it, I would definitely do that. I love editing. I love the process. It just takes time. Same as animation, you know, I love the process. It just takes time. It just takes time. Time that I just don't really have these days. Spend as much time as I can doing everything that I can, you know. Watching videos, making videos, drawing, school, wife, of course. Wife comes first. Let's see here. So let's go ahead and bring this down like that, I think. I think that's what that needs to do. I don't know, something like that. A little darker, probably. All this needs to be darker. All this needs to be darker. All this stuff needs to be darker! Okay, so. You guys are like, whoa, that came out of nowhere. I know, I'm sorry. I'm just a crazy. You know that. You know that. You know this about me. I'm just a crazy. I'm just a crazy. I'm so crazy as I draw this face on my live stream. I'm just drawing this face. I'm drawing this face. Okay, anyway. What's your wifey's name? Well, her screen name is Rissa Joy. I'm OCD about not knowing. Jerry Logan. John plays MCPE. Jonathan. What's going on? What is going on? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on. Okay, anyway. Anyway. Okay, so that's not too bad. That eye's starting to look okay. I need to darken all this stuff, but it's starting to look okay. Starting to look okay. All this needs to be much darker. Much darker. I'm glad this lead has lasted as long as it has. I was actually thinking it was going to break like right away, but I guess because I'm doing so much downward force on it, so much pressure on this tiny little surface area, that of course it's just keeping it in place. It's keeping it in its little wooden cradle of safety. Its little pencil of safety. That is so weird. Pencil of safety. That's not too bad. I need to darken this just a tad. Not too much. Okay, and then this whole thing here, I kind of need to put like something there. It's not too bad. I think it does the job. That side there, though, this whole side here is looking. The shadows are throwing me off. It's kind of strange to draw with so many shadows. I don't usually do so much contrast in my drawings, so forgive me if I'm having to redo stuff here. Like I said, with my time lapses, this stuff is so quick you don't even see the stuff that I mess up on, you know. But with these live streams, you're going to see every little thing, and you'll be like, oh my god, you're not a robot? No, I'm not a robot. How am I a robot? I wouldn't be a robot. Anyway. It doesn't look okay. Pencil of safety. It looks excellent. Nice one, Sketchy. Okay, so it's looking okay. To me, it's looking okay. It's good enough that I'm okay with continuing it, you know. I mean, for me, like I said, I'm my worst critic, and it's hard for me to keep at it. It's hard for me to keep working on it, and when it looks a little weird, it's really hard for me to keep working on it because I'm like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know. But you know, I actually get there in the end eventually. You know, somewhere along the line, I get there, and then I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I did that. Like my Spider-Man, I was so intimidated by that drawing. Like, so many people loved it, and I'm so glad you guys liked my Spider-Man drawing because I really liked that Spider-Man drawing, and I was so intimidated by it. I did not think I was going to be able to do that. I was very worried that it was going to come out really a lot worse than it did. And I think it was mostly the web lines of his suit, like the actual lines of the web part of his suit. It just looked so challenging, and it was something different than anything I had done before. Like, it had the grid kind of thing going over the faces of his body, like over across of his face and the shoulders and hand and everything. And it was quite a challenge. It really was, but it was really fun, and I actually really enjoy that. I mean, I'm glad that I challenge myself when it comes to my drawings, because that's how you get better, you know. I mean, I always tell people practice. But if you're practicing something that you already know how to do, like a lot, if you're like doing the same thing over and over, then that's the only thing you'll be good at. So if you practice, like if you want to be good at drawing, don't just draw one person, because then you'll get good at drawing that person. Draw a bunch of people. If you want to, you know, draw cars, don't just draw one car, because the only car you'll learn how to draw is that car. You have to draw a bunch of different cars. A bunch of different cars. And then before you know it, you'll be drawing amazing cars, and people will be like, whoa, how did you do that? And you'll be like, practice. Just like Sci-Fi said. Just like Sci-Fi said. Anyway. I know, I'm being weird. So, let's look at the I do drawing time lapses too. Jerry Logan, that's awesome. My real YouTube is Gerard the Man 200. Well, if you comment on one of my videos with that YouTube, I will definitely go check out one of your videos as well. Thank you for letting me know, Jerry. I love checking out people's art. John, Sci-Fi never play Roblox. Worst game. I don't know that it's the worst game. I mean, it's just not as cool as Minecraft. And I will check out your channel, Jerry, so don't worry about it. I'll check it out. Just leave a comment on one of my videos with that channel so that I have the link to easily click over to, you know. So, because I'll be notified when I go back to look at my channel again, and I'll be able to just go quickly look over at your channel, you know, once I get in there. So, which right now I'm not really focused on that. What I'm focused on is this drawing and this live stream. So, when I can, I will, I promise. But thank you for letting me know. Like I said in my Let's Talks, I love seeing what people draw. I'm a big fan of watching time lapses myself when it comes to Minecraft or, you know, drawing or clay or anything really. I just love watching people create things. It's really cool. It takes a lot of talent to create anything really, and a lot of practice. Like I said, practice. Anyway, I know, I'm crazy. I'm just crazy. I want this to draw like that. Yeah, I think this is kind of a weird thing here, trying to make it look decent. Sorry if my hair is getting in the way here. I love you, you love me, and you didn't say it, you sang it. I mostly draw cartoons. That's cool. I love cartoons. Cartoons are fun. I actually, what's your favorite cartoon, Jerry? Because my favorite cartoon is probably Avatar: Last Airbender and Avatar: Legend of Korra. My wifey and I are rewatching those right now, in fact. But it's a really great series. I love it. It's such a well-written series, well-drawn, real animated. I mean, the first series and the second series were two different animators, and actually the second series I think was two different. So it was actually three different companies. I don't know, something like that. But all of them did a great job. They all had their own style, their own unique kind of pull on it, and it really, it just looks amazing. Everything they did looks amazing. I'm so jelly of their talents as animators, because I wish I could do that for Minecraft Hero. Imagine if Minecraft Hero looked as good as popular popular cartoons. I mean, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. People would be flocking to my channel. And Minecraft Hero would have like dozens of episodes. I would keep that going for like ever. Like if I had the time and I had the money coming in because of my channel that I could like make sure that I had the time, then I would probably spend all of that time animating, and I would make sure that I get a bunch of episodes of Minecraft Hero, and I would probably hire animators as well, because I'm going to business school, as you guys know, and I'm working on getting it, hopefully some businesses started. One of those businesses being an animation company, and hire some animators to work for me, and to we might just work on my channel, we might start a new channel, but I would definitely do an animated series. I would love to continue Minecraft Hero and other animated works like shorts and like movies. I would love to do animated movies. Like, I don't know if you've seen Studio Ghibli, but I would love to do that kind of stuff. Yeah, Studio Ghibli, Disney, all that stuff. It's just so cool. I wonder if I was an animator in a past life, because it's just something I definitely enjoy seeing come into creation. It takes so much time. Like I said, so much time. Okay. So it's looking okay. I think this line right here is a little dark. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and smooth that out now. Should be okay if I just smooth it out. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and smooth all this out. Smooth the eyepiece. Okay, so let's go ahead and get all this nice and smooth so it looks a little more real and less pencil strokey. Less pencils. Less strokes of the pencils and more smooth and real looking. The good stuff. The good stuff. Okay, that's not too bad. It's doing the job. It's doing the job. It needs to be much darker on this side, like much darker, and I kind of want to do that actually. Darken all this over here. Darken all this over here. Actually got a messed up piece up here that I drew outside the line like a noob, like a nub. I just got too aggressive with my shading. I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited to shade. I'm so excited to shade. Okay, let's go ahead and see what else we've got up here in the comments section. I haven't looked for a little bit. And then I think I'm going to go get a drink of water, because I've done a lot here and I'm ready to take a quick break, probably just a minute or two while I go get a drink of water. It looks excellent. I do drawing timelesses too. My real name is Gerard the Man. Sci-Fi. Okay, I've already read all that. On this channel, I'm starting to do some gaming finally in short videos. I got a Minecraft video in the works. Just got to do the build then editing. That's cool, Chris Levi. I'm excited to see what you get going on there. That's pretty cool. I love Minecraft. Yeah, me too. That's cool, Jerry. And then Patrick is mine. Okay. What video software do you use? Editing software. I use Wondershare Video Editor primarily for like the simple editing work, and I actually use After Effects, Adobe After Effects for more of the complex stuff. I think he uses Sony Vegas. I actually don't use Sony Vegas. You remind me of Bob Ross. Bob Ross! Just paint some happy little clouds and happy little trees and just, oh, it just looks so good. Okay, anyway. But not really. No, not really. Oh, I was expecting a running commentary and voice of Batman. I am Batman. No, that's not right. I can't. Hold on, let's see if I can do the Batman voice. I'm Batman. I gotta do this drawing, and we gotta do this thing, and I'm Batman. Let's do this. I've got to draw this thing, and I've got to smudge this thing, and I'm the one from Gotham. I'm Batman. I am the one of the darkness. The darkness. Anyway. Smudgy. Okay, actually, I need to go get some water, especially after doing the Batman. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on. Please stand by. And I'll be back in just a moment or two, so I'll be right back. I'm sorry if you wake up with no voice. Yeah, that could happen. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump back over here, take a look at this after not looking at it in a while. It's not too bad. That left eye still looks a little strange. I think I'm going to have to put some more darkness in there. Just go ahead and finish the rest of the eye there, just so I can kind of see what the problem is. Sometimes when it looks kind of weird, it's because you need to put some more work into it. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't do that. But first I got to take a bite of my burrito, because I'm kind of hungry. My burrito. Okay, so I finished chewing my bite, so hopefully it wasn't all loud in your earsies. And your earsies! Hopefully the music's still going. If the music's not going, let me know and I'll restart it. I can't hear it because I've got it all turned off right now, so... I have no idea if it's still working. I mean, I don't have it turned off, I have it on mute so it doesn't feedback, you know. It doesn't catch it on the mic and then to have a little loop going on and then sound terrible and people are like, you nub. Sci-Fi, you nub. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. I swear. I swear I didn't mean to. Guess I'm just darkening all this now. Just trying to make it look a little more like the picture I'm drawing from here. All of this needs to be very dark. Very dark, very dark. Very dark. Very dark! It needs to be very dark! Very dark, very dark, very dark, very dark! Anyway. Sci-Fi, what are you doing? I'm sorry. I'm having fun, okay? I like drawing, and it turns out I actually like drawing live. This is kind of cool. It's kind of fun, I gotta say. Oh, I didn't look at the tech chat. I probably should have. When I came back from eating. Or from grabbing my thing. Okay, so. Crying. Logic grab, that's awesome. Too much, Brian. Please stand by. So who has Steam? Me, add me. You add me. BB Brain Freeze. My name is Soji, add me. Smudgy the Burrito. Smudgy the Burrito. My brother watching YouTube on my PC. How do you get rid of annoying little brothers? You get rid of annoying little brothers by letting them play video games. That's how you get rid of annoying brothers. That lady pick though. That lady pick though? What lady pick though? I don't know what you're talking about. You smacky. Me with a pen. Him with a pen. What? I don't even know. I'm so confused what's going on. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and darken all this again, because now that I looked away and looked back, that's one of the tricks of the trade. You spend a lot of time drawing that you're so like sucked into the details, you're not really seeing the whole picture as a whole anymore. And so if you do a little bit of work on it and then you step away, it actually helps you to, I guess, more clearly see the problems and see where you're going wrong. So it helps it a little bit, if you're able to step away for a moment, even not very long. It just has to be like a moment. So. Just darkening all this in here because all this needs to be darker. All this needs to be darker. Okay, so it's starting to come to shape. It's not too bad, I guess. I mean, it's still a little weird. I mean, I think this needs to go a little higher here, and I think this needs to go a little higher here. But it's not too bad. It's not as good as I want it to be. It's okay. And these are the kind of mistakes that you wouldn't normally see, because there's mistakes in every one of my drawings. In all of my portraits, there's little mistakes. That lady pick, though, you smacked me with a pen. Oh, her name is Chabelle. You sound like a robot. I am a robot. No, I'm not. I'm not a robot. I just sound that way because I'm so focused. I'm so focused on what I'm doing. I don't even know what's going on. I say. Okay, so I'm just gonna ignore that I ever did that and move on. That was my really bad attempt at trying to do a C-3PO impression. Really bad attempt. Very bad. Very bad. Very bad attempt. Yes, very bad. Very bad. Very bad. Anyway. I feel so goofy today. So I hope you guys are having a good January so far. I hope you're excited about this new year. I cannot wait to see what new technology comes out this year. I'm always excited to see the new technologies in the new years, because as time goes on, life is getting more and more technological. I don't know. It's getting more technology filled. It's amazing. I love it. It makes me very happy. Because I actually recently saw a robotic kitchen where it actually cooks things, duplicating the motions of master chefs, so that if you buy this kitchen, which is, you know, however many $1,000, it literally builds things like it was a chef building it for you, a master chef, like, I don't know, whoever your favorite chef is on TV, you know, like they built it, like they actually made your spaghetti or your lasagna or your beef stroganoff or whatever it is you're making. They actually like program the robot to do exactly as the chef does. The exact moments, the exact motions down to like micromillimeters, and I mean just crazy. Like, it's crazy how accurate the robots are doing. And it's just like hands, actually. There's just robotic hands that like are able to duplicate the motion. It's not an entire robot. It's literally just hands hanging down from like a device that's like almost like a glass cabinet, like an aquarium almost. And it has these like hands hanging down from the ceiling, and they literally make everything. It's crazy. I added you. Do I have Gmod? Do you? iPhone 87, Kids Bop 309, and 216. I used to my old account, but I'm playing the Can the robot make smudgy burritos? Smudgy burritos! Brian, I are the future things you are sharing on Facebook, like that flying car. I know the flying car is cool. All I have is Call of Duty World at War. World at War. Isn't that the first installment of Nazi Zombies? Isn't that when Nazi Zombies first like came out? It was World at War. That's actually one of the only FPS games that I actually really liked, and it was because of that Nazi Zombies. Because single player or cooperative, you're actually or multiplayer, you're actually cooperative, and it allows you to take on and protect the zombie, or protect your house and take on the zombies together, you know, and whoever lasts. And it's crazy though, because Nazi Zombies get so hard, especially the new ones like Modern Warfare, whatever it is. I played it like once, but it was so hard. Poop. Well, then you should probably go poop, Jerry. Go poop. Yo, Brian, what's up? Hey, Level, how's it going, man? Hope you're liking what I'm doing so far here. I'm just doing my little portraiture, you know, live portrait, because I figured why not show you guys what I go through every time I make a portrait, because as you guys have seen so far from this thing, I mean, I haven't gotten much done, and it's not looking too bad, but it's taking a lot of work to get this to look good, and I hope you guys are okay with that. I hope you guys are enjoying it. It's definitely an idea that I had that I just wanted to show off, you know, what I do with portraits, and just see if you guys wanted to watch that. If you guys want to watch that, I could do this every week. I mean, if not, then I don't have to do this again. I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm just trying new things with the live stream webcam. Since I can do a live stream webcam, why not? I might do a like live stream respond to questions and comments, like if I hit like 1,500 subs, which I'm at 1,460 something now. I think 65. So it's cool, man. Black Ops 3 Zombies is hard. Oh, I bet it is. I bet it is. And then, what is that? A banana and a pumpkin? Okay. Or a squash and a pumpkin? Pumpkin squash? Squash pumpkin? Every week. Do the Joker when you are done. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I'll do the Joker eventually, but right now I'm very focused on good guys for the most part. I mean, I did the Boba Fett, and I was thinking about doing Darth Vader, and I was thinking about doing a Stormtrooper, but I actually decided to do more good guys instead, because I'm definitely a light side of the Force kind of person, you know. I'm not really a dark side. I used to be, like when I was a child, I was all about like negativity and evil and emo-tastic before there was ever emo, you know, pretty much. I was like gothic, I guess. I don't know, wannabe gothic, not even really gothic. Now I'm just this weird goofy dude that just does my own thing, and I think it's fun. I enjoy myself. That's the important thing, you know. As long as you're enjoying yourself, then you're doing something right. So as long as you're not hurting anybody else as well. That's the other key to it. You know, you got to make sure you're not hurting anybody, and you got to make sure you're enjoying yourself. And as long as you got those two conditions met, you're probably gonna enjoy life, like a lot, like so much. You won't even know what to do with yourself. You're like, oh my God, my life is so awesome, because everything in my life is awesome. I love it. It's like, yeah, well, duh. Well, doesies. Okay, anyway, doesies. Anyway, this is a little bright. Let's go and darken that. Okay, so it's starting to look a little bit better. I like it. It's starting to look a little more like Batman. We've got to get the rest of this head done, at least. Come to the dark side. We have smudgy burritos. I have a smudgy burrito right now. I should probably take another bite of my smudgy burrito. Hold on. Smudgy burrito time! Rah! Okay, so yes, even though you're only at 114 level, you're actually doing a lot better than a lot. I think the bottom 2 tiers of YouTube are between 0 and 50 subs, and then 50 to 100 subs. And then from 100 to 500 subs is the 3rd out of 9 tiers. So at least you're on the 3rd tier, and you're not on the 2nd tier anymore. So you're moving up. And each tier you move up, it's like exponentially better, like for views and for subs and everything. Like it just gets better and easier for people to see you because more people have seen you, and it's more likely for you to get better because you have more people watching and more people that actually comment and, like, you know, give suggestions, and you'll get better because you'll see your own stuff and you'll, you know, have better suggestions for yourself, and you're just to develop your own style. And I mean, you do a lot of great Let's Plays, and I definitely like that, but there's not like anything that's very specifically unique to your channel, you know. I mean, think about the really big channels, and they have their own, like, you know, very specific things that they do for their channels. And I do a couple little things that I try to make specific to my channel, but for the most part, I don't really have the best things. So I mean, I'm giving you advice level that I should probably be taking myself too, but I don't know. It's just something you should try to do, is, you know, as a YouTuber, and that goes for Jerry Logan, who has 14 subs, you know, definitely. It's just a matter of working on your channel, working on what you got, and the more you do it, the better you get. 6 to 7 years of doing it. I just do me. Well, that's pretty awesome level. 6 to 7 years of YouTube. That's crazy. That's like as long as, like, that's like Sky Does Minecraft length, isn't it? I mean, didn't Sky Does Minecraft start YouTube like 6 or 7 years ago? That's crazy. Well, this part up here is looking a little weird, and it was kind of unintentional, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that real quick. This is a lot of this stuff that, you know, this entire correction right here, that has taken me, what, like a minute or 2 to do? This entire correction would probably take me, like, 0.5 seconds in a time lapse. Like, because I speed it up like 128 times, sometimes 64 times, depending on the length of the video. But it takes a lot of time to create these things as high detail as I do. So sorry it's taking a little bit longer. You know, at least I got the top part of the head here, and got a little bit of this kind of ear kind of thing going on, and it's a little less clean than I would like it to be. I want it to be a little cleaner. I can't get that pencil, that dark one, to be much sharper than it is. The lead is just so weak because it's so soft, because it's an 8B pencil. The lead itself is very soft, and because of that, it actually causes it to break when I sharpen it. So it doesn't do as well. It doesn't do as well. And that's the downside to them. I mean, there is a bright side as well. I mean, they're very good for darkening anything, pretty much. So I'm going to go ahead and break this down. Break it down! Okay, so we're going to go down here. And I'm trying to draw the little mouth hole, pretty much. Not necessarily mouth hole, like, I guess, hole in the mask for the mouth. Like, the only part of the mask that's not covering his face. Or I guess the eyes don't cover his... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's lenses there, I don't know. If I was Batman, I would have, like, cool, like, Google Glass lenses in my eye part of my masks, and it would be, like, super, like, spy-worthy material that was, like, you know, analyze the environment and was able to, like, find weapons and all that kind of stuff, like, super fast. Like, oh, that'd be so cool. Be so cool. Okay, so I'm actually going to lessen that angle just a tad. And increase this angle just a tad. Okay. It's not too bad. And it looks okay. It looks okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring this down. This needs like another line right next to it, pretty much. Comes up, and then it kind of continues all the way up, actually. And up over here, this whole side here needs to be much lighter, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and lighten all this. Lighten all this. So none of this needs to be as dark as I have it. Cool. See what the chat says. Says the dude that I got to do it. Yes. Yes, it took me a lot of work to get where I am, though, I have to say. And yes, you definitely were the big initiating factor with me getting started with YouTube. You and Schultze. Got on the website called I Love Fishies. No, I'm good. BRB. And live in the Arkham games. Live in the Arkham games. Oh, like in the Arkham. Jeez, I'm a live what? Like in the Arkham games. I don't know what you mean by that level. I'm not sure what you were responding to with that, so can't really answer that question. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and darken all this, because this definitely needs to be nice and dark. And then this whole thing here actually has a very dark area, pretty much like right here. And it goes all the way underneath this whole thing, and it cuts across right there, and then it kind of cuts down right here, yeah. And it cuts down here, and across here, and down here. Okay. So this is a, like I said, this is just a portrait of a drawing, a picture from the Arkham series. I don't know which one it is. I want to say it's Arkham Knight. It might be Arkham. I'm not sure. One of those games, and it's just one of the fan arts, or one of the concepts art they did for it, and they released publicly. And I just like drawing pictures that I find because it makes it a lot easier to get all the detail. I'm really good at replicating the detail. I'm not so good with coming up with the detail. Sometimes I can. I mean, sometimes I'm good at it. I mean, if you guys saw my last live stream, then there were some things I came up with in there that were pretty cool, you know. And I might alternate between doing live streams like this, where I'm doing portraits, and live streams like that, where I'm doing more of, you know, what you guys suggest and drawing what you guys want me to draw instead of just drawing what I feel like drawing. But I haven't done a portrait for a while, so I wanted to do a portrait. You know, I wanted to make it look good, and I think this is gonna look good. I think this is gonna look really good. I'm hoping that this is gonna look really good. I'm hoping. We shall see. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and darken all this because this all needs to be darkened. Yeah. Okay, cool. Definitely starting to look a little bit better as time goes on, so that's good. That's good. Darken all that. Cool. And then this right here needs to kind of cut out like so. And this right here needs to cut out like so. Nope, that's not the right spot. Oh, bugger. Okay, so let's go ahead and fix this then. Okay, so this is part of the problem. You know, sometimes when you're drawing, you draw stuff and you're like, oh, that looks good. And then you go back and you look at it and you're like, wait a second, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good, guys. What am I doing? I'm messing it up. I'm messing it all up. No, I'm sure I'm not. I'm sure it looks fine. I'm sure you guys are looking at it and it's like, oh, that looks great. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Sci-Fi? I'm sorry. I'm so picky with my own work. Like I said, I'm probably one of my worst critics. My wife is my hardest, of course. But I love her because she helps me to be better with everything that I do. Okay, so let's go and draw this. Draw this. Okay, so it's starting to look. This is starting to look very Batman-esque, very Batman-like, you know. Okay, so let's see. Buy the glasses in the mask. Yeah, stuff like that. Wow. Draw Slenderman. Oh man, sorry, I haven't been able to keep up in your videos. I've been really busy with school, sports, and YouTube. I'll try my past and watch and comment, speaking of which you see my Fallout video. It's actually on my watch list right now. I was trying to get to it yesterday. I didn't quite get to the Fallout video, but I will. I have to watch your last 3 Tomb Raider videos as well, level. The nose is a little crooked. The nose is a little crooked. I need to work on that a little bit. I mean, it's not necessarily that crooked. It's just a little bit like right here. And if I just darken that up with my smudge stick, it'll look really good. So let's go ahead and darken all that. And there's, I mean, little things like that is part of what makes portraiture what it is. I mean, little mistakes. And not big ones. You can't have big mistakes. It's got to look mostly like the person you're drawing. But little mistakes makes you realize that it's not a computer-drawn image. It's hand-drawn. It's something that somebody actually spent their hard time, their skill, their experience creating. So that's one of the highlights of portraiture, is that you get to see people's mistakes. You know, and somebody that you might respect, that, you know, as a portrait artist. I have several portrait artists that I respect, and I love what they create, and I love watching what they do. And on YouTube as well as off YouTube. And for me, I love seeing the little things they do, and the little things they do different just kind of help their art to kind of stand out that much more and just make it that much better. So okay, so I need to take another bite here. I need to fix his mouth because his mouth looks very strange right now because the shadow isn't filled in. Okay, so finally finished my burrito. My smudgy burrito. Okay, so I'm gonna darken all this in here. And I need to bring this down. More or less like so, something like that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's looking pretty decent. Okay. Cool. And this whole side here needs to be darkened. So you guys that are watching this are very privileged because you get to see my mistakes being created in motion. You get to see it all get fixed, get to see it all like one piece at a time. And it's probably a little more rewarding too because you have to wait a little bit longer to see it all finished, you know. Excuse me, I think I choked on a bean. Okay, so so I'm gonna go ahead and bring this up like so, yeah. It's looking okay. It's looking okay. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's not the worst either. And as time goes on, I think it's gonna get a little bit better and a little bit better. Yeah, it's okay. Some of my drawings are better than others, like I've said in the past. And I always have something bad to say just about everything I do. So when it comes to drawings, can you do the Batmobile with it, or is that too much? Probably too much. I like doing portraits. I don't think I need to do the Batmobile with it. It would look a little too weird to have the Batmobile in there, so probably not going to do the Batmobile. I might do the Batmobile let's see, next week when I do just a draw with me instead of an actual portrait drawing live stream. Because in my draw with me is what I do is I try to keep up with the chat box just like I am now, except then what I do is I try to draw what you guys suggest. So if you were to suggest a Batmobile next week, then I'd probably draw it. So, and I'm trying to do it every Wednesday, a live stream. I don't know what exact time, but it'll be around this same time that I'll be doing the live streams, because it's about the same time that I'm getting out of school and got my wife home from school and everything's going good, so we're pretty much ready and set to do a live stream, and you know, or at least I'm pretty much ready to set to do a live stream. So yeah, it's the best time to do it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring this over, I guess, and then this kind of has weird things going on. This is, his mouth is so weird. It's very fugly. That's what it is. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go like this, but it's Batman, so you know, I guess he's not supposed to be pretty, right? Although I'm sure there are people out there that are like, oh my god, Batman's so schmexy. It's like, not me. I'm not really like that. I don't really think so. Batman's just a weird looking dude to me. Weird looking rich dude, you know. Weird looking rich dude. Okay, so darken. Darken. And this here needs to be a little darkened. And then all this here needs to be quite a bit darkened. Okay, so we've got most of that a little bit darkened, at least now. I want to try to get as much of this over to where it needs to be as possible, so I can kind of start visualizing what this needs to look like. Once the face is done, that's usually the hardest part. So I might actually do the entire thing. I might actually do this entire portrait. I know I was saying originally that I don't think I'm going to do the entire portrait. You know, I might finish it off camera and show it to you guys later in my Let's Talk or something. But I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'm kind of back and forth on that, so I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. I kind of want to look at the chat real quick. Smudgy burrito beans. Yes, smudgy burrito beans. They're choking me. Okay, so. The smudgy burrito beans. Okay, so. Yeah. So, I'm just drawing this thingy. I want it to do this thingy like this, and then I want it to do this thingy like this. You think it'll do that thingy for me? You think you could do that thingy for me, you little thingy? You little thingy. Please do that thingy for me, you little thingy. Please do that thingy. That thingy. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just being crazy. I'm just being so crazy. Crazy. How you feel tonight? Okay, so we're gonna go all the way down this way. I want to bring this up because this all needs to be quite darkened too. But yeah, it's starting to come together. I mean, I'm starting to get some of the hues in there that need to be in there, but it definitely looks like a very strange drawing right now. Just looking at this little area right here, it almost looks like he's got his mouth kind of open right here. It's kind of strange. Yeah, kind of strange. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm sure it'll be fine in the end. I'm sure I'll get there. It'll look really good, and everybody will be like, "Yeah, it looks great." Or at least I'm hoping that I'm gonna think that, because I'm the only one that I care. You know, my wife too. You know, if my wife likes it, then I know I'll like it, because she's, like I said, she's my hardest critic. So she reminds me to work hard. She pushes me to work hard. So, and it's not a bad thing, because I think it's a very good thing. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and darken all this over here, because this all needs to be quite a bit darkened. Quite a bit darkened. Use my tiny pencil. My little one. The little one. The little one's all excited. He's like, "Yeah! You're using me! Yeah!" Anyway. Okay, so we're going to go over here. Darken all this underneath here. I'm going to go ahead and darken this right here. Bring this down. Okay, and then I need to darken all this in here too. Just trying to add layers of darkness pretty much. Add layers upon layers upon layers upon layers. 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 Anyway. So I'm drawing little lines, you know, just trying to make it look a little more, as you know, the more work I put into it, the more I'm trying to make it look like the picture I'm drawing. Yeah. And in the end, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it really doesn't. But it's not quite where I want it to be, I guess. I don't know. I need to fix this side over here. If I can fix this, I'm in pretty good shape. Okay, that's not too bad. Does the job, I think. Darken the top lip there. The top lip is usually actually darker than the bottom lip because there's less light that hits it because it's shaded, whereas the bottom lip is not shaded. So the bottom lip here needs to be a little bit brighter than the top lip there. So yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the comments. What camera are you using? I am using a Logitech camera. It is a... oh god, what is the name? It is a Carl Zeiss Tessar HD 1080p. It's not a bad camera. It does the job. It's not quite as clear on this drawing as I would like it to be, but it does show enough of the lines that you can kind of get an idea of what it should look like. I would like to upgrade to a better camera at some point, but for what was that, $100 I think? $100 for this camera, and it was definitely a worthy investment. It was one of the bigger expenditures that I've spent for my channel. One of the other ones I spent sometime last year, I think 2 years ago now, was the game capture, and the game capture was actually like 150, I think. Jeez, it was an expensive one. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and darken all this with the smudgy. Just trying to make the smudgy make it look a little more real here. Come on, let's go ahead and darken some of this stuff in here, because it's got kind of like a scruffy kind of thing going on there. Not necessarily scruffy, but it's like a little dots, you know, for like his where his scruffy is, where his stubble would be, you know. But it's not necessarily hair. It's just like little indentations. It might be scars. I'm not sure. In the picture I'm looking at, though, they do have that, so I want to have that as well. I like duplicating what I'm looking at, like I said. So I think I'm very good at duplicating what I'm looking at. So now all this underneath here is actually going to be very dark, so I don't really need to worry about the coloring out of the lines right there. So that's not a big deal. All this in here needs to be kind of brought up like so. All this in here kind of needs to be darkened like so. This here needs to be a little bit darker like so. And all this in here needs to be kind of some stubble kind of stuff. It's actually a little bit too much. Okay, that looks a little bit better. And then I want to draw some more of this stuff over here. So I'm going to go ahead and smudge all that in there like so. And then bring this up, and then bring this down. Because, yeah, there we go. Cool. So that's pretty much the mouth done, I think. It doesn't look too bad. It looks a little strange, but it doesn't look too bad. It's looking good. Well, thank you very much, John. I'm glad you like it. Can I have a smudgy burrito with beans? Well, if you can come up with a way for me to send you a smudgy burrito with beans through the internet while you're watching my live stream, then I would definitely do that. Just for you. Just for you. Okay, so I need water. I'm choking on my beans again. Even though I finished my burrito, I don't know, a few minutes ago. Emojis. Okay. So. Okay, so. Okay, so it's not looking too bad. It's looking okay. I think I want to call the head done. It's really close. There's some shines I need to make sure to capture here that I should probably go back and kind of draw in with my bright charcoal pencil, my white charcoal pencil. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Like right here, there's a little bit of a shine. Right here, there's a bit of a shine. All the way up and down this, there's shine. Okay, and then right in here, there's definitely shine. And then right in here, just a little bit of shine. And then right in here, there's some shine. Okay. And then up here, there's some shine. Okay, so you might not be able to see the shine, but it looks okay. It's not too bad. Oh, there's actually some shine right here in the middle, too. Yeah, cool. So that's pretty much the head done. So that's pretty cool, you know, to be done with the head. What do you guys think, those of you that are watching? Do you think I should continue this drawing live, or should I finish this in a time-lapse version and post it next week or something? Let me know in the chat while I work on darkening this chin up just a little bit here. I'm gonna bring this down. There we go. That's looking a little bit better. Okay, so when it comes to the rest of this drawing, I've got his shoulder here. I've got his other shoulder kind of hiding behind his hand. And then his hand kind of comes, his arm kind of comes across here, and then this is his hand over in this direction. So he's got his hand over here, and he's got his batarang and his hand right here. So it's a matter of, I could draw this, and it wouldn't take me too long, because honestly I focus more on the face every time, and so it shouldn't take me too long to do. Okay, good. Yes, continue, please. Okay, well, just for you, Jerry, I'll continue. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. Okay, as long as it's still working, we'll keep going. Why not? Why not? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this right here, and then we're gonna cut this down like so, and across like so, all the way down to probably there, and then we're gonna cut this out just like so. Now from there, what I want to do is I want to draw this line. I'm going to draw this line. And this line needs to kind of wrap around till about there. And then there I need this line. And there I need this to do that. And then this to cut across like so. Because this is actually his cape. This is Batman's cape right here. So I'm going to draw his cape first, just to start out with. Just to give us a good place to start with. Good starting point. Okay, so I'm starting with the cape. One thing with this, obviously, you've got this shadow that's underneath the cape, so I'm going to go ahead and draw that. Draw that shadow that's under the cape. Alright. Cool. And then right here, I want to try to figure out some of the lines that are in here, but it's kind of hard to see what's going on, really. Kind of hard to see what's going on in there. It's so dark. All of this in here is very dark. What I might do is just draw the outlines of the dark area first. Draw the outlines all the way around. Sounds like a good thing to do. Sounds like a good thing to do. Drawing like this reminds me of drawing in school several years ago. I had a school that I was going to where I would sit at the tables and I would draw portraits like this, except I would draw them from pictures, like paper pictures, not like on the screen. I'm drawing from a picture that's on my computer screen right now. And back then, I would draw from printouts, and sometimes the pictures would be like this big, like this tiny little picture that's like, you know, the size of this guy's face, and I would draw it into like a huge paper. But it took so much more work because you have to like really imagine every little detail, and it takes a long time, and it's a lot of fun, but it's also kind of painstaking. So I don't do that as much anymore. I try to find as high detail a picture as I can, so I don't have to make up as many details, because sometimes the details you make up don't look as good. And it looks the best when you have details that have already been, you know, that are already there, especially if it's a real picture. Now, granted, this is a video game image from the Batman's video games, like I've said, but they did a lot of good details on this, so I'm going to go ahead and draw it. And plus, I couldn't find any really good Batman pictures. I mean, the thing is, Batman is the ninja of the night. He's the darkness. You know, he doesn't do a lot of the face shots. He's not like face time kind of superhero, you know. Okay, so I'm thinking that this whole thing here is kind of dark, and it's much darker than this area over here, but then this over here is kind of getting dark over here, so I'm going to go ahead and draw this in here like so, and draw this up here like so, and that's where that darkness bit right there, and this whole thing kind of has a line that comes down like so, and then this whole thing is dark as well, so then this whole thing is dark. Okay, so it's getting closer. This drawing is definitely getting closer. I like it. It's definitely a cool one. I'm glad that I decided to draw this. I've wanted to draw a Batman for a while. I mean, I drew a Batman. One of my first portraits actually was a Batman, and it wasn't bad. It's just it was really big. I had to draw it really big in order to make it look good, and I don't have it hanging on my wall, so I wanted to draw another one so that I could have a Batman hanging on my wall. Especially since I already have a Superman, an Iron Man, Boba Fett, and Spider-Man, and it's like it's time for a Batman. It's time for a Batman. Just saying. Time for Batman. I'm Batman. So, I'm gonna go ahead and darken all this in here. This all needs to be darkened, but not like super darkened. So I'm gonna go ahead and darken it with this. And then a lot of it needs to be darkened like super darkened. So I'm gonna go ahead and darken this all first. One shade. Like this. Just to kind of get the base coat of shade in there, you know. I'm going out of the line a lot here, but these are long strokes. With these kind of things, if you can keep the strokes a little shorter, it actually helps you to stay in the lines. And you know that can be very helpful if you're having trouble staying in the lines. You know, to try to keep the strokes smaller. Because if you're keeping your strokes smaller like this, it's a lot easier to keep them within the lines. You know, so that's just another random pro tip for you. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and darken as much of this past this point as I can. Okay, so pretty much from here on, this will be very dark. So I'm going to go and darken as much as I can with this. And I'm still going past these lines over here, jeez. Come on, Sci-Fi, what are you doing? You just said, you were just saying do smaller strokes, and then here you are doing long strokes. Take your own advice, dude. No. Okay, so smaller strokes, I'm just going to go ahead and bring these from the left to the right. Just kind of little dashes kind of thing. I'm just touching the paper and then just flinging it out to the side, you know, that's all I'm doing. Just over and over and over and over and over and over, and I've done this so much that muscle memory is like pretty good for me. And it's okay that you're not as fast as me. Like I said, I've had a lot of practice, it takes a lot of time, and before you know it, you can get there, I promise. Before you know it, you'll be doing stuff that's more realistic than anything I've done. If that's your goal, if that's what you want to do. Okay. Okay, cool. So it's getting a little darker. It definitely looks a little weird, but I definitely need to darken it up a little more with my other pencil to actually get the dark. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this out. Oh, first I should probably go ahead and look. Tom Jerry says hi. Well, hello, Tom Jerry. So we have Jerry Logan and Tom Jerry. Hope you guys are both doing good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring this over here. I'm just trying to darken all this area that's on his shoulder to neck area region in here. There's a lot of mass, a lot of muscle mass, but it's all very dark. Very dark. So I'm going to darken all this so it starts looking really good and dark. It needs to be dark. Like I said, it needs to be dark! Okay, anyway. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and darken all this in here. How much as dark is it? Oh, the pencil finally broke. Okay, well, let's see if I can get another... See if I can get one or two more uses out of this thing before it finally dies on me. It's so close. Look at this. It's so close to the end. So close to the end. Okay, well, all I need is a little stub here. It'll do the job. Ah, and it broke that one too. Okay, hold on. Maybe I can keep using it if I press down from the top. Yeah. There we go. Looking pretty cool. I like it. Not bad. That's the downside of these dark areas like this, is that they suck up my graphite. So drawings like my Boba Fett, where there's a lot of dark areas, it takes a long time to kind of get all that darkness in there. So not a long time, just a lot of lead. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and darken all this as well, trying to make sure that this line here is very solid. That none of this gets confused with any other portion of this. Okay, so that shouldn't look too bad. I want to darken pretty much all the way through to this area over here. So I'll probably go ahead and do a little bit of dark there, and then I'll start smudging all this, and hopefully it starts working pretty good with the smudge. Time for the smudgy! Time for the smudgy. The smudgy smudge. The smudge. Yeah, the smudge. Anyway, time for the smudge. Time for the Sci-Fi smudge. Just bringing all this over. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera there. Not trying to. It's just a result of me sitting here moving my pencil so fast with my smudge stick so fast, trying to get all this nice and smudged. Trying to get this nice and smudged. If I had a more sturdy desk, it wouldn't shake like that. But I'll get there eventually. I'll get there eventually. One day. One day, I'll get there, and it'll be awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and it looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Not too bad. Just about as dark as it needs to be. Smudgy! Yes, of course, it's smudgy. It's smudgy time. Okay, so I want to draw the rest of the cape, I think, before I... Actually, no, I want to do this over here. So let's go ahead and smudge all this. See what this looks like smudged. Hey, smudgy. Hey, smudgy. Hey, smudgy. Cool. Coolio. Alright, and then all this in here actually needs to be a little bit darker. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this up like so. Kind of go up like, yeah, that works. That works, cool. So we've got most of his neck area done. He's got one last area over here, and I kind of need to smudge out this shadow so it's a little bit more smooth. Smooth this shadow out. Okay. And then right here, there's actually a line that cuts across right here and goes up like that. And there's a bunch of dots over here. So I'm going to have to make sure that I get these dots. Got to make sure I get the dots. You got to make sure you get the dots. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut all this across like so. Yeah. Cool. So that works. That's not too bad. It does the job. These actually have a lot of dots over here as well. And then all this needs to be nice and dark. All this over here needs to be nice and dark. Okay, so I'll have to come back and finish that. And this here needs to be pretty dark. Yeah, cool. So it's looking a little bit better. It's getting there. Every little bit that I add, you know, every little bit that you add to your drawings, it gets closer and closer. And before you know it, you have a finished piece. It's not too bad. It's definitely a little angrier than the picture it looks like, but you know, I guess that's cool because it's Batman. It's okay if Batman looks weird. How long you been streaming? James Smurf, I've been streaming for, I want to say a little more than an hour now, something like that. I like it. I'm glad you like it. And can you buy it? Actually, you can buy it technically, but I sell my original pieces, well, not my original pieces, but the original art, like this paper right here, when I'm done with it, I would sell to you for $100. And if you wanted to buy a print of this, I sell it for $40. So the print would not be the original paper, but it would be the drawing on a paper, and it would be high quality and it would look good, but the actual original itself would be higher price because it takes a long time to create one of these, you know. So yeah, it takes a long time. It takes a long time. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this around like so. And this needs to kind of cut up like so. Yeah. And all this needs to be pretty dark. Pretty dark. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut this down here. And cut this down here as well. Yeah. See how much more time this takes? I mean, I've been drawing these for a while. I think I'm going to make a video tonight. Well, that'd be awesome, Jerry. You should totally make a video. Totally make a video. Let me know when you do, because I'll totally go check it out. And let me know what your channel is, of course, by commenting, or just, you know, leave a comment on one of my videos. If you already did, then, you know, no worries. Great. I just haven't seen it yet because I'm not looking at my channel. So I am looking at the live stream. I'm just not looking at my channel. So as long as the live stream is going on, I got to focus on this. Okay, so this needs to be the dark central area of the shadow, pretty much, and this is just the shadow of the batarang on his shoulder. So, and then this needs to be the line that kind of cuts up and across and up, just like so. Cool. And that actually looks really good. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I kind of want to finish this shoulder over here before I move on to the hand area. So I'm going to go ahead and finish all this. Now all this over here is very dark, so this is going to take a little while to darken. See if my tiny pencil still has some space left in it, or if it's done for. If it's done for, or if there's still space for it. Actually, where's that? Oh, there's still like another ½ inch below that on the page, so I might have to zoom out a little bit, but I'll leave it. I'll leave it for now. I just won't mess with the bottom part of the page there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and draw this, bring it up, darken all this. All of this needs to be darkened. All of this needs to be darkened. Oops. That's part of the problem with drawing at the edge of the page, is that you start catching the lip of the page there, and it can tear, or it can bend, or it can cause problems with your drawing. So try not to do too close to the end of the page, you know, if you can help it. If you can help it. Sometimes you can't help it because you're trying to get the details in there, and sometimes those details just happen to be right next to the edge of the page. So, oh, my wifey's phone just rang. If you guys heard that, no worries. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw this around like so, and draw this around like so, and let's go ahead and darken all this area. Darkening the area. You know we've got to darken the area. Okay, so just darkening, just smudging and darkening and smudging and darkening. Smudgy darky, smudgy darky darky smudgy. Smudgy darky darky. Smudgy smudgy darky. Smudgy darky smudgy. Smudgy darky smudgy. Anyway. Anyway, moving on from that weird smudgy darky craziness. I'm just excited because I like the way this is coming out, and I can't help it. I'm excited. I like it. I like the way it's coming out. It's looking good. I need to darken it, but it's looking good. It's looking very good. I'm very excited. Like I said, it looks a little angrier because it's Batman, it totally works out. So that is a mistake that I'm okay with. That is an okay mistake to have. Okay, so now time for the smudge. I gotta get the smudge in here. So the smudge just takes an area and just kind of nice and smudges it out. The chamois actually is what this is called. The smudge stick is the smudge. This is not the smudgy. This is just the This is the chamois. The chamois just takes an area and like it's kind of like a using your finger almost, except it's whoops, it's a little too much of this. Too much of the chamois. We're a little too greedy with the chamois. But yeah. Anyway, it's not too bad. I need to fix this area here a little bit, but it's not too bad. Okay. Well, anyway, the chamois is better for a general smudge, whereas the smudge tool is good for the very specific smudge. And I won't be able to see this this chat afterwards. I don't have an easy way of writing it down, so just comment on one of my videos. Like I know, like you could just comment on this one when it's done, Jerry, and because you're commenting with Gerard the Man, then I would have a link to your channel. So if that would just make it so much easier for me. So I would appreciate it at least. Because then I can go and watch your videos. I love watching people's videos. I love supporting smaller channels. I don't really watch a lot of the big channels anymore. I used to watch a lot of the big channels a lot, but I actually stopped because the small channels, a lot of small channels put a lot of work into their stuff, and they deserve a little bit more support than they get, you know. So I like supporting smaller channels as much as I can, at least. Okay, it's not looking too bad, although I did realize that this whole thing here needs to be a little bit darker coming through here. A little bit darker coming through here. Like so. I think that's what I want to happen. Yeah, something like that. And I'm going to go ahead and come back with the smudge tool, and I'm going to go ahead and smudge that a little bit. Yeah. Smudge that. Yeah, looks good. Cool. So we're getting closer. It's getting closer. You've got the cape, you've got the neck, and you've got the head. So it's definitely looking a little bit better. I've got to draw his bicep, his elbow, his forearm, and his glove and his batarang. But it's getting a lot closer now. So, I mean, I don't know how long it's been now. It's been a while. Thank you, Lord Els. I'm glad that you think it looks good. I'm super excited. I think it's looking pretty good. I had a little bit of trouble with the eyes up here, but you know, over time I put a little more work into it, and it looks good. So, yeah, over time it gets better. Over time. That's all art is lots of time and patience. A lot of effort spent on one little drawing. One little drawing. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and draw this line a little darker because I kind of smudged it too much. A little bit too much. Alright, and then I want to draw this over here. Yeah, it's paying off. Keep at it. Well, thank you, Logicraft. I really appreciate it, man. Lord Els, the coolest editor I know. And then let's go right down here. Yeah, so this needs to be 3 lines kind of cutting across like so. And these 3 lines become this part of his jacket, I guess? Or I don't know if this is a jacket so much as it is like a, I don't know, armor piece? I'm not really sure what it is. But I'm drawing it anyway. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm drawing it. Because it's there, and I should probably draw it because it's there. All the way down. And this right here is kind of a tricky thing to do. You've got these buttons that are kind of on the side of his thing, and with these buttons, one side of the hole is shaded, whereas the other side of the hole is not, but behind that side of the hole, there's shade. So it's kind of hard to get that to portray, and I always try, but it never really comes out quite like I want it to. It can be quite difficult. Okay, well, it's decent enough, I guess. And then over here, I'm going to go ahead and darken all this. I'm going to go ahead and darken all this. Yeah. And darken this side. Yeah. It's not too bad. It's looking good. I think so. I'm not sure, but I think so. Trying to draw that crosshatch pattern right there so it looks a little bit more like the texture that's on his suit. Now this part down here is actually much darker than the rest of this, so I'm going to go ahead and darken all this over here. Looks like my computer might be having some issues with the live stream, so if you're experiencing some complications, I'm sorry about that. Rocketcraft, cool. Well, thanks for stopping by, Rocketcraft. I haven't seen your name on my channel before, so thanks for showing your appreciation. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're enjoying the drawing so far. I'm definitely enjoying it. I think it's fun. I think this is a good way of doing a live stream, you know. Let's draw something awesome together. And what's more awesome than Batman? Well, technically Superman, but if Batman has kryptonite, then Superman doesn't. You know, Superman's not very awesome. I don't know. Batman is like a weird character. He's crazy. He's like the Punisher. No superpowers, but still crazy and dangerous. I can't wait for the new Batman Superman movie. I really want to go see it. I haven't seen it yet. I don't even know if it's out yet. It probably is. I just haven't seen it yet. I haven't had the time. Haven't had a chance to go look. See what's in the theaters lately. All that I care about lately is school. School and my wife. Well, and my channel comes third, I suppose. My wife first, school second. It's looking pretty good. Okay. Little shoulder piece there. Alright. I need some more water, I think. Not bad for a good start here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually step away. Like I said, I like to step away just for a minute at a time, just so I can come back and look at it again fresh and kind of see what mistakes I've made and kind of try to touch up the things I'm not seeing because I'm too close up on it. So I'll be right back in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and put it back on the standby page. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I think... Oh, wait, no, I got one more thing. I'll be right back. Oh, can you guys hear me now? Hopefully you guys can hear me now. We can't hear you, only music. I think he shut his microphone off. I did shut off my microphone while I stepped away. I'm sorry about that, guys. But yes, I am back. I had to step away to get some water, and then I had to step away and had to go to the bathroom real quick, so yeah. Yep. I'm just trying to draw in his bicep now. All I was saying while my mic was turned off was that this line here is just kind of accentuating his bicep, kind of makes his bicep look bigger. It's like its entire purpose in this costume, this line that is to make his bicep look a little bit bigger. More pronounced, you know. So I find that kind of interesting. Okay, so I'm just going to draw some lines that kind of go along the contour of this muscle here, because they kind of do that. And then there's lines over here that do the same kind of thing. So I'm just going to draw those. And right here, there's actually a lot darker lines. I don't know why this is so much darker. But like I said, I'm just drawing the picture that I'm looking at, so I'm trying to make it look as good as I can. Okay. Cool, good. Glad you guys can hear me now. Yeah, I accidentally shut off my mic, because like I said, I stepped away, so sorry about that. Okay, so moving right along, like that never happened. The nubby. I'm sorry. I'm not entirely, new to live streaming, but I'm also not entirely experienced with it either. I mean, I did some live streams in the past, but that was back when my computer was doing a little bit better. Now I think my computer's getting a little bogged down with how much I've got on there for my channel, because I still have every single video I've made for my channel I've left on my computer. So I've got like 550 videos on my channel, or from my channel on my actual hard drive. So Granted, I do have an external hard drive where all those videos are stored, and then I've got my internal hard drive where I have all my Minecraft files. But I should probably cut those down because I'm guessing the Minecraft files, all the Photoshop documents, all the thumbnails, all that kind of stuff is probably lagging down my computer a little bit. So maybe if I stop doing that, maybe I can cut those down a little bit. Maybe my computer can handle doing live streams better. But I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. I'm not sure. It might be something worth experimenting on, just so maybe I can do live streams, like a Minecraft live stream. I don't know. It would be pretty cool. It would be pretty cool. Okay, so like I said, I'm just trying to draw these little hatch lines that are like kind of happening here, that are kind of like following the contour of his muscle. And then this here is kind of doing the same thing on this side. And then this here is just a much darker version of that, like this is the shaded area of it. So it's kind of interesting that that's happening. And then, actually, that's not quite as strong as that, not quite as pronounced, so I'm going to actually trim that back a little bit, just like so. Yeah, cool. And then, so this is looking a little bit better, but I think I need to smudge it. Time for the smudgy. Time for the smudgy. The smudger. Gotta smudge this stuffy. Gotta smudgy the stuffy. Smudgy this bicep. Smudgy this bicep. Anyway. I know, I'm weird. But it's fun, right? It's fun. I enjoyed creating these things. I enjoy being a goof. I mean, it's fun for me. All right. Yeah, this is starting to look good. This is definitely starting to look good. I want to draw or lighten this over here though, because that's not quite that dark. Cool. And then this here actually goes quite a bit darker down here, so I need to darken all this in here quite a bit. Okay, so I should go ahead and darken all that then. And then right here, there's another bit that gets very dark down here as well. It goes down all the way down here, like so, I think. Yeah, something like that. There's some lines that are going on here, but they're mostly just dark. It's mostly just dark back here. So I'm going to go ahead and draw all this nice and dark. Darken all this stuff so it's nice and dark. Okay. Awesome. Cool. It's not looking too bad. It's definitely looking pretty good. I like it. Oh, my laptop that I'm using to watch the chat feed is going to die. I need to grab my power cord. So sadly, I actually have to be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Yeah, this isn't looking too bad. I like it. It's definitely very dark, but Batman is very dark. The drawing I'm drawing it from is very dark too. You can't really see much of the detail that I added in here. In the drawing I'm drawing it from. It's not a drawing, it's an image. It's a computer-generated image from the video game Arkham. One of the Arkham video games. I'm not sure which one it is, but it's one of those. Arkham Asylum or Arkham City or Arkham Knight, I'm not sure. One of those. It's like one of the concept art pieces that they did. So yeah, and I actually did one of these before, a long time ago, but I never did it for my channel. So I figured, why not do a Batman for my channel? Why not have fun and draw a Batman? Batman's pretty cool, right? I think Batman's pretty awesome. Plus, there's the Batman versus Superman movie that just came out, or at least is coming out, or I don't even know if it's coming out or is coming out or what. But that movie I need to go see, and it's got Batman and Superman, and I've already got Superman drawn, and I technically had Batman drawn, but I didn't have it on my wall, so I figured, why not draw Batman? It's the perfect time for it, right? Perfect time. Okay. So there's actually supposed to be a bunch of blood, like up here on his lip. I'm not sure if I should draw that or not. I don't think so, because it would just look a little more clean without it. So I think I'm gonna leave it off. Okay, so smudge. What's smudge? Inside joke. It's the smudgy. Oh, yo, Sci-Fi. Do you know how to get a profile pic? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Tom and Jerry, check out my YouTube channel. Batman! Do the voice. I'm Batman. I've got to draw this thing right here. And then we got to do this thing. And then we're going to go do this other thing. And then we got to go kill these people. Except we're not going to kill because I'm Batman. And Batman doesn't kill. Batman just makes people tortured like they want to die. And then he doesn't kill them. And they have broken bones everywhere. Because I'm Batman. Anyway. Batman always sounds like he's out of breath. It's probably because it's kind of hard to do the voice. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do all this right here. This kind of shades into this, so this kind of shades out like so, and this kind of shades out like so, and this kind of join. So it's just a matter of making that look a little more natural. Should probably make the lines, follow the lines on this suit so it actually makes sense. Okay, and let's go ahead and smudge all this stuff here so it looks a little bit better. There we go. It's starting to look okay. It's starting to look okay. I definitely think it looks okay. Hope you guys like it. I know I definitely have had issues with this at points. I mean, back when I was drawing this eye over here, it didn't look very good. It was having issues there. Back down here on the mouth, this was looking kind of weird too. Oh no, that was definitely looking weird. And honestly, it's looking a lot better now, both the eye and the mouth. I think I'm just used to it now, but this eye still looks a little weird. But yeah. At least it's getting closer, you know. We're getting closer. I might go back and touch up the eye a little bit more when I'm closer to done with this. Cool. So that's looking a little bit better. I think I want to darken some of this a little bit more, like right through here. Smudge all this down through here. Smudge this right across this whole thing. So yeah, just like so. Yeah, just like so. Cool. So then that's definitely looking a little bit better for his bicep. I do think that this needs to be a little bit darker though. Still, even though I darkened it, I think it needs to be darker. And then this whole thing needs to be very dark. Okay, so then that whole thing needs to be darkened as well. So I'm going to go and grab my darkening pencil and darken all this in here. And then darken this over here as well. And darken this up here. And darken this up here. And darken all this over here as well. I might end up switching to the new pencil, the new 8B pencil soon, because this one's just about had it. This one's at its last legs here. It's so tiny. It's so tiny, and tiny little pencil. Okay. But like I said, it's still got lead, so I don't want to waste it. I don't want to throw it away because I still have lead in it. It still has a use. I don't want to make it useless. It's got a use. Okay, so I want this to kind of cut across here. And then underneath here there's like a section of it that's nice and dark, like right over here. And then down here there's a section that's kind of dark too. Kind of lines up with right there. Ish. Okay, so this down here is really dark. Okay. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Batman, do the voice. Batman eats smudgy with beans. I wish I could draw like that. Are you looking at a picture while drawing it? Yes, I am looking at a picture. I Google searched Batman and I browsed through and I found a bunch that I liked, but none of them were really that clear or that detailed, because Batman's always in the dark. You know, you don't really get a lot of good clear shots of his face. So I finally found one that I really liked, and it was from the Arkham games. And so this is one of the pictures, like, I guess it's a concept art. It might be a promotional piece that they did for that game, but it's just a picture of Batman that I found that I really like, and I figured why not use it, because it's pretty awesome. It's got the detail I want, it's got the pose that I want, it kind of shows him being Batman, you know, and it's pretty cool. So I like it. I like it. For a portrait, it's not bad. It's not a bad one. So I'm pretty excited. Hope you guys are as excited as I am, because I definitely think this is coming out pretty good. Pretty good. Not bad at all. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this down. Now all this area in here, in between those, needs to be darkened. All this area right here. Whoa. So I need to turn my pencil the other way, because it wants to fall apart. You might not be able to see a lot of the stuff I'm working on here. Oh, you know, you can. You can see it. Just not all of it. Okay, not too bad. And this all needs to be dark pretty much all the way right up until you get to the glove. So right around here is where that needs to be. And that cuts down, actually no, it needs to be lower than that. It needs to be right here. And that cuts down. Let's see, where was that? That goes all the way down there. And that, yes, and this goes like this, and then this goes like this. Okay, and then this cuts down like this, and this cuts out like this. Okay, so then this whole thing needs to be dark. Ah, geez. Okay, that lead has finally had it. Okay, time for me to see if I can get one more out of this. Let's see if I can get one more. Actually, I might be able to get a couple more. We'll see. Okay, let's see. Why, hello there. Well, hello, Lollipops for the win. How's it going? My mom's like, do your homework. And I'm like, no, I'm watching Batman Eat Smudge. Well, you should probably do your homework and watch Batman Eat Smudge. I think you could do both at the same time. I have faith in you. It's called multitasking. You can do it. You can do it. You can do both. Right? I think so. I think so. Let's go ahead and just cover all of this. And then I need to cover all this right here. There's actually a second line there. And then that whole thing needs to be dark all the way across here. Cool. So this isn't too bad. Yeah, this isn't too bad at all. This is looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. And Jerry, I know your mom's stressing you about, you know, doing your homework. You should probably go ahead and do your homework, because it probably won't take too long. And then by the time you come back and look at this, it'll either be done or closer to being done. So, because I mean, I still have his entire arm here to draw, his entire hand, his entire bat wing here, so, or batarang. So it's going to take a little bit more time before it's done. I'm going to say maybe 30 more minutes, maybe 45 more minutes, something like that. Okay, anyway. So let's go ahead and darken all this. I don't want you to get in trouble with your mom, so that would be bad, because that would mean no more YouTube at all, and that would be bad. That would be bad. Yeah. All this darkness in here, it's just so dark. Batman, you're so dark. Why are you so dark? Why you gotta be so dark? Why you gotta be so dark? Okay, cool. It's not too bad. Not too shabby, but I think that this whole area over here needs to be darker. I need to smudgy that a little bit more. Whoop. Okay, smudgy all this. Smudgy all this. So it looks a little more natural. And then this over here needs to be smudgy, but on the bottom part only, not on the top part, which is kind of strange, but that's the way it is. Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. It's looking good. Okay, so now we need to draw his glove area. I'll watch you and homework. See, that's a good idea. That's productive, because then you're doing fun and responsible things, and that's when you know you're being productive. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's see here. The next hard part is this gauntlet, and this gauntlet is kind of crazy. Let's see. I've got to draw this line. This line needs to cut down. And this is the shadow. And the shadow kind of cuts up across. This is all shade. All shade, just like so. And then this cuts across this way. And this cuts across this way as well. This is all shade as well. And these will eventually meet up with that. So that will go just like that. Cool. And then this here is I guess another bolt or rivet or something. It's right here. Another little rivet. Okay, so there's that. And then right here, there's a line that cuts up, and a line that cuts up, and a line that goes diagonally right here. That meets that right there. Yeah, there we go. Cool. I hate studying for midterms. Yeah, you gotta study though, because you want good grades. You want to get good grades. Good grades are a good thing. Good grades mean you're doing good, you're learning what you're supposed to be learning, and you can move on. You don't have to repeat it. You don't have to do it again. You do it right the first time, you don't have to do it again. So, it's a good thing to study. It really is. It's not pleasant, but it's a good thing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this right here, and then this goes all the way like so. Yeah. And then this right here actually has a little bit of a bright part right in the middle there. And then this part actually has a line out here as well. That's rather interesting. And then this kind of cuts across and goes up. And it meets up pretty much with this whole line right here. Okay, cool. So there's that. It's looking pretty good. It's definitely looking pretty good. I like it a lot. Draw this bit. Gotta draw these bits right here. All these bits. And darken all this area. Make it look good. Gotta make it look good. Make it look good. Okay, so I'm getting closer to done. I'm definitely getting closer to done. I'm pretty excited about it. So I'm gonna go darken all of this right here. It doesn't need to be very dark. It just needs to be mostly dark, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it. It doesn't need to be entirely dark, I guess. It doesn't mean like black. It just needs to be like dark. Darker. Darkish, you know. Okay, so I'm going to bring this all the way across there. And then this whole thing here needs to be darkish as well. Yeah. Just like so. Cool. So then, that actually needs to be darker. The whole thing, I think, needs to be a little bit darker. Not by much, just a little bit. Just enough that when I come over here, I can do this with enough contrast. Yeah, that should look okay. Should look okay. It should look okay. We should be okay, people. We should be okay. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. I want to try to draw a little bit of a hard edge for this, because it's kind of not very hard edge right now. It needs to be a little bit harder of an edge, just like that. Same look here, same right here. Cool. And then this whole thing needs to be a little bit darker too. Not entirely, just a little bit. And then this here actually does weird things. Okay, so this, okay, this cuts across this whole thing right here. And then it goes up from there to there. And then from there, it has a line. And this whole thing here is very dark. Very dark. Okay, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's starting to look okay. It's starting to look okay. Let's go and get this, and let's go and get this. And then this side is kind of like the very light side. You know? You see that side as well. This side is very dark, so you see that side really easily. Cool. And then let's go ahead and darken all this in here to be about the same darkness as the rest of this in here will be when this is done. There we go. Yeah, and then this whole thing can be about the same. This actually needs to be a little bit darker. Yeah, cool. So this is getting much closer to being done. This whole a lot of this here is very bright, so I'm getting a lot of this done. But this over here needs to be darkened, so I'm going to go ahead and darken a lot of this. Try to finish up as much of this gauntlet as I can real quick. I don't know how long this live stream's been going now. I want to say it's been a couple hours. And I want to finish this as soon as I can, so that this live stream doesn't go on forever. As much as I enjoy it, I don't want it to last forever. It shouldn't last forever. No live stream should last forever. Unless you're doing it for charity, and then maybe, because charity needs it. You got to support the charity causes, you know. So, as long as it's a good charity, so long as you've done your research and you know that the charity's actually using the money for the charity cause and not actually for their own pockets, then charities are good things. So, not bad, not bad. Okay, let's go ahead and cut that out. Let's go ahead and cut this back as well, and this does kind of the same kind of thing that that other one did. Cool. Not too bad. Now from here, there's a weird thing that kind of cuts across this whole thing. So it's like from here all the way to here. Right to there. And then it goes from there all the way up to way over here somewhere. So I'm going to leave it right there for now. And this whole area in here needs to be darker. So I'm going to go ahead and darken as much of this as I can real quick. Okay, now this whole thing needs to be darker as well. Except it needs to be darker on one side because the other side's got a highlight. And then this in here needs to be darker. Darker. Cool. And then this whole thing actually continues. Let's see. This goes like this. And then cuts across. And from there, this actually continues pretty much up in that direction. And then this cuts across like so. And all the way around, pretty much. This goes all the way around, pretty much to right there. And this goes pretty much right to there, too. And then this goes all the way around pretty much to there. Okay, okay. It's getting closer. Getting closer. Okay, so this is where it's a little weird. There's a little thing that cuts down here. Should probably look at the chat. Well, hello there, Badgie. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're enjoying my Batman so far. There was a lot of issues earlier on, but we've moved past them. I think it's starting to look pretty good. So, I'm pretty excited about it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and darken all this. And as I've said before, sorry for my low energy. I'm just so focused on my drawing. You know, I'm so focused on doing what I'm doing here. I'm not really thinking about, you know, saying things. I'm just trying to think about the details. I'm trying to think about the pressure. I'm trying to think about direction of the strokes, all that kind of stuff. So, trying to make this drawing as cool as I can, as boss as I can, as awesome as I can, as whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. That thingy. That thingy that it needs to be. So right here there's another one of those screws. Or nuts or whatever they are. Rivets. Those things. Those thingies. Okay. So, this whole side here needs to be much darker. And then right here, there's actually a little bit darker as well. And then right here, there's actually a rivet. So I need to make sure I draw that as well. Cool. Awesome. Alright, so it's getting closer. It's definitely getting closer. The more time I spend on this, I'm going to spend 2 hours so far. But the more time I spend on this, the closer we get to being done with it. And I'm pretty excited. Because this is, like I said before, this Batman is definitely a drawing I've wanted to do for a while. I sold my last Batman, and I'm ready for a new Batman to go on my wall. And I haven't done a Batman drawing for my channel, so why not do it in a live stream, you know? I mean, it's pretty cool to do a live stream drawing. I really enjoyed doing my live stream drawings last week. It was a lot of fun. Those that were there definitely gave me lots of suggestions, and we had a good time, you know, drawing random things, and me being a goofball, and even with the sound difficulties with the first one there, I mean, at least the second one came out pretty good, you know. At least there was that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and darken this here as well, and then this needs to wrap up like so. I think. Oh, no, that needs to be darker. Okay. And then this over here needs to be much darker. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and darken all this side here because I want this whole side to, I don't know, just be nice and shaded because it looks really good if it looks closer to the picture, because the picture looks really good. So. And then we've got, it's so weird not seeing you do this in fast motion, Sci-Fi. Yeah, I agree, Lee Bob. It's definitely kind of strange for me to, you know, be able to talk to you guys while I'm doing this, as well as to, you know, for you guys to see this taking so long. As I've said in my past drawing time lapse, or my last drawing time live stream, that is, blah, 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 if I can talk. My last drawing live stream, it would take a long time to do a portrait, but then I was talking to my wifey about it, and she was like, "No, you should do a portrait live. It'd be really cool." And so I decided to go ahead and do that, and at least give it a try and see what you guys thought. And it actually turned out pretty good. This is actually working out really well. I was a little bit concerned that, you know, maybe the drawing itself wouldn't be that good, and then you guys wouldn't like it, and maybe you guys would unsubscribe or something. But it's actually working out really good. I like the drawing. I like the way it's coming out. I like the progress I've had on it so far. So I'm pretty sure that I want to do this again. I'm still going to be looking for the comments on the video as far as, you know, whether or not I should keep doing this, you know. And, you know, I plan to do this every week, but if you guys start hating it or something, then I'll probably end up stopping, because I don't necessarily need to share this with you. I can just show the finished time-lapse with you guys instead. And I understand, because those are pretty fun to watch. I mean, you get to watch several hours condensed into, you know, a few minutes, and that's pretty cool. So it's pretty awesome to be able to see several hours condensed into a few minutes. Thank you, Badgie. I'm glad you like it so far. So Jerry, Epic Badgie, and Lee Bob all know each other, I guess. Well, cool, Lee Bob. I'm glad to have your support. I'm glad you like the idea. It's just something that I've really wanted to do live streams for a long time, because it allows me to communicate a little bit more with, you know, my viewers, you guys. I mean, being able to talk to you guys is really my favorite part of YouTube. Being able to comment with you guys, and honestly, commenting is kind of hard to keep up with, because sometimes I don't have the time to go back and respond to comments and everything. So it's really cool to do a live stream where I'm actually sitting here and I'm dedicated to you guys for this period of time while I'm working on this, you know. And during this time, you guys can ask me anything you want, and I will respond honestly, because I'm an honest person, and I'm an open book, and I don't mind responding things. So, granted, you could ask me to curse, and I probably won't do that. So I guess you can't say anything, you know. But I try not to curse, you know. I mean, I might curse every once in a while, and sometimes I have to edit it out of my videos because I curse every once in a while, but I try not to. I used to curse a lot more. When I was much younger, I was very angry. As I've said in past videos, you know, I was a very angry person, and I was very angry about, you know, my own life and not really doing anything to try to improve it. So I don't know. There was a lot of transformation that took place in my early 20s, and over time I kind of realized that it's up to you. I mean, your life is what you make it. If you can't see that your life is what you make it, then you're probably not doing it right. I mean, you need to choose happiness if you want happiness in your life. You need to choose anger if you have anger in your life. I mean, granted, there's situations like, you know, when you're younger and you have parents that are a little bit angrier, or, you know, maybe family that's really angry when they drink, or, you know, whatever it is, or maybe there's problems like that. I had some issues growing up where I had well, my parents were very young, and they weren't the best parents when it came to that. They weren't very responsible, and because of that, I had kind of a rocky childhood. And I definitely see, I don't know. For me, it's just I love doing this. I love talking to you guys. I love doing these time lapses. I love doing live streams. I love doing just about anything I can just to have a little bit more time with you guys. You know, just to chat with you guys and see what you guys are doing. But That got a little bit rambly there. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this all the way around like so. And then down and up. Okay. Yeah, it got a little bit deep there. Got a little bit deep there. I guess I can keep going deep. But like I said, I like to be open and honest with you guys. If you have questions, feel free to ask them. I'm more than happy to converse with you guys. So, yeah. Even if it gets deep. Even if you have deep questions, you know. Philosophical thoughts or... I don't know. I like philosophy. I like talking deep. I like thinking deep. It's not something that everybody does. It's not something that everybody enjoys, but it's definitely an interesting concept to think about your life, to think about the world, to think about, you know, the state of things, and to think about what your role is in everything, you know. It's kind of cool. Just the fact that we have the ability as humans, that we have the ability to think, to have thoughts, to create, to talk. I mean, okay, maybe some animals talk, like dolphins and whales seem to have some kind of communication going on, and there's other animals that seem to have some kind of communication going on as well, but humans, we're very unique in that sense, you know. It's really quite miraculous. It really is. It's pretty awesome that we're able to question the world, that we're able to react and respond to the world and create parts of our world, you know. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's looking good. I like this. I definitely like it. It's starting to look good. It's starting to look good. Okay, so I want to darken all this, darken that, and then darken that, and then darken that. Darken all this, darken that, darken that, darken that. Okay. And then I want to bring this up just a tad. I want to bring this just a tad up like so. Because this is actually sunken in to his gauntlet here. So I need to make it look like it's three-dimensionally like projected inwards, you know? If that makes sense. And I just made a small mistake. Small mistake. Let me go ahead and fix that. Cool. And then I need to bring this over here. Okay, so this whole thing needs to be very dark. So I'm going to go ahead and darken a lot of this. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I've thought about doing like a draw my life, and I keep thinking about it still because my life is very interesting. My life is a very different story than most people can tell about their own lives. I didn't have a very stable life, and my parents were very young, and there's a lot of stuff that happened there. Oh, did it stop? Oh no, that's not good. I'm glad that it's back. That was kind of weird. I'm sad to hear that it stopped, because I definitely want this to work. You know, I want this to be a good live stream thing that I can do every week. So I hope that it continues working, because I'm not done yet. I want it to be finished. I'm not quite there. I'm not quite there. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done to make this all look a little bit more realistic, and I would say the biggest piece of that is actually the chamois and the smudgy. So Jerry will be happy to hear. Time for the smudgy! The smudgy! Okay, so we're going to go ahead and bring this out here. It's going to kind of darken a lot of this. The smudgy just helps me, for those of you that have joined since I talked about it last time, the smudgy just helps me to smooth out the areas of graphite that I've already laid down. So when I want it to look a little bit more smooth, when I want it to look a little bit less like there's pencil lines, then I use my smudgy. And it's just a rolled up piece of paper that I bought. I don't know what kind of paper it is. It's like really soft paper. I want to say it's like tissue paper or something, but it's all bound together in a tight roll. And you use it as a pencil to literally smudge and move around the graphite, and it just helps you to make it look a little bit more realistic. But yeah, I really like my smudgy. My smudgy's a lot of fun. My smudgy is a lot of fun. My smudgy and me. My smudgy and me. I can make a song about it. Yeah. Not really, because it'd be kind of boring. My smudgy and me. Opening in theaters, and it's not going to make crap. No. Everybody would be like, what? Smudgy and me? Weird. What is that? What is that? And then maybe people like it because it's just weird enough. Who knows? Maybe people are like, oh my god, I need to see Smudgy and Me opening in theaters near me. I need to see it. It needs to happen. Maybe not. Maybe not. People would be like, Smudgy and Me? That sounds like a weird film. I don't want to see that. I'd probably see it. But I have a special place in my heart for Smudgy, so. A special place in my heart for Smudgy. Aja 125 or 1025. Thank you very much. I'm glad that you like what I'm doing here. And Ross, definitely. Hello. Lots of good people joining in. Lots of people I haven't seen before, but a lot of awesome people, I'm sure. Thank you for joining me here. I'm just doing a live portrait piece, trying to make it look good, you know, trying to make everything look like it's realistic and trying to make a nice looking Batman here. Now, granted, it's not very nice looking. He's kind of angry looking, but still trying to make it look as close to the drawing that I'm, or the image that I'm using to draw this from as I can, trying to make it look as realistic as I possibly can. And the more time I spend on it, the closer it gets. Jerry has actually been here just about through most of this video, and he can contest that there's quite a lot that has happened since he's joined in. So, I mean, this entire thing, none of this existed 2 hours ago. So, I would love to hear the movie announcer guy. In a world where smudgies are loved worldwide. In a world where smudgies are loved worldwide. One man and his smudgy will take them all on. Coming soon to theaters near you. No, anyway. I'm actually not that good at the movie theater announcement, but it would be pretty cool to hear the movie theater announcement do anything for my channel. I'd be like, oh my god. Oh my god. It'd be pretty cool. It would be pretty cool, I gotta say. So, yeah, just trying to darken all this because it's still not quite as shiny as I want it to be. I'm trying to make this look a little bit more like metal, you know, and it's not quite there because it looks like it's some kind of metal. Maybe it's like a plastic. I'm not really sure. One of the things you have to do with metal is that you have to like have these shiny sections, so I might have to go back and add the shiny sections, but we'll get there eventually. Trying to add the subtle shading right now, the stuff that you guys probably can't even see. Cool. And then in here, there actually needs to be even more. Cool. So that actually works out pretty good. I like that. And up here is very bright, so there doesn't need to be much, but there's a little bit right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit right there. And I'm actually going to lighten one side of it because it's a little bit too bright. A little bit too dark, I mean, yeah. Cool, so that is pretty much his gauntlet. I've got to do his spiky bits, but the rest of it is pretty good. Why does the movie announcer always say, in a world? Because if you think about it, most movies and video games and stories in general, they actually start in a world that is different from our own. So the hook is a lot of times, we're taking you to another world. So in a world is saying, we're taking you to another world. A place where these amazing things are possible. Like Batman! Like Batman! But, you know, it's cool stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on these little spiky doodads. These little spiky doodads. Hey, Spikies. How's it going, Spikies? You want to be my friend? I think with Spikies, want to be my friend. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and darken all this. Darken all this. Darken. Got to keep darkening because contrast is good. Contrast is our friend when we're drawing a portrait. You want as much contrast as you can afford to get in there. The more the better. Okay, so there's one more and it's right here. Yeah. And this whole thing kind of cuts over here, and then that's where this cuts out. Yeah. So this cuts out like this. And then this cuts out like this. So this whole thing right here is dark. And then this whole thing cuts out like this. And then this whole thing cuts out like that too. So then this does the same stuff. I need to have that second line there. There's actually another line that's right on the inside of that, so I'm going to go and draw that too. Draw that other line right there, and then I need to smudge it just a tad for it to work. But it's getting closer. It's getting closer. See what else people are saying in the chat real quick. Ha ha ha! I'm going to make a mini movie about Smudgy. You should. Probably take a few weeks. Why does the movie announcer always say "in a world"? Joke. And Puppy? Is that Blazin'? Puppy. Poppy and the Smudgy. That's the movie. Poppy and the Smudgy. Or is it Smudgy and the Rescue of Poppy? Or is it Poppy and the Rescue of Smudgy? I don't know. But we need to take on the world and rescue the world with Smudgy! Maybe this is the evil Smudgy. This is the evil Smudgy. Look at this. This thing's evil, right? Look at it. It's like covered in tape. It's my evil Smudgy. And this is the good Smudgy. And they're like, no! No, anyway. You gotta have fun, right? Because if you're not having fun, then what's the point? What is the point? So, I need to darken all this in here because all this in here needs to be much darker. There's actually a second line in there too. And I need to draw that all the way around, like so. And then all this in here needs to be darker. So I'm going to go ahead and darken all this. Darken all this stuff. All this good stuff right in here. This is all darker stuff. The darker stuff. Yes! Anyway. I just felt compelled all of a sudden to do the Yoda voice. I don't know why. Can't help it. Maybe because this drawing is just looking that good. This drawing is just looking that good that Yoda just had to come in and say, hello. Hello. Hello, my little friends. What are you doing over here? And that's not what Yoda sounds like, I know. But still. Still. It's a fun voice. The little... It's pretty fun. And the... I love the little laugh, the chuckle, the Yoda chuckle. It's just so much fun. So much fun. It's funsies. It's funsies for my Smudgy. There we go. Looking a little bit better, looking a little bit more three-dimensional. I like it. I think I'm having a little issue with this shape in here. It looks a little bit off tilter, like it needs to be a little turned like that way a little bit, but I mean, it's not too bad, you know. It's just not as good as I would like it to be. But like, I mean, that, like I've said before, with portraiture, you're always going to have mistakes. So, I mean, as mistakes come up, like the eye or like this little piece here, the artist acknowledges it, and now you guys get to see it because you see me creating it. But when it's done, you don't really see that because you're not looking for mistakes. All you're looking at is this giant, awesome Batman drawing, you know. And overall, the Batman drawing looks like Batman, so people are probably going to like it. But as I'm drawing it, I'm just sitting here going, oh God, that looks terrible. Oh God, that looks terrible. Oh God. Oh God, that looks terrible. Oh God, that looks terrible. But, you know, over time, maybe it'll look better. That's the thought, at least. The more you work on it, the better it gets. That's the thought. Okay, so I'm going to finish these little spiky doodads because I'm almost done. I'm almost done with the spiky doodads. Go and draw the outer line. There we go. And then this whole thing cuts up like that. Yes. Alright, and then this whole thing does the same thing. Yes, cool. So we've got our little spiky doodads. Now, I want to probably thicken this just a little bit so it's a little more visible. That these are in front of this and kind of mounted on it, so to speak. Yeah, cool. And from here, we just have the hand. Oh, no, we're not quite done with the gauntlet. We still have a little bit more to do with the gauntlet. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish this gauntlet. Finish this gauntlet. So close. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and darken all this because this needs to be darkened, but not entirely. And then darken this half of this because that needs to be darkened and then just blend it up. Cool. Cool. So then that's most of the gauntlet done. Now, the hand. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this. Speaking of Sonic Bolt with the Poppy thing. Sci-Fi, if you do make a mini-movie, will you watch it? Oh, if I do make a mini-movie, will you watch it? I'd probably watch it. Make a little mini-movie, I'd watch it. What pencils do you use? I use graphite pencils anywhere from... Honestly, I start with a 9H for the light drawing. I actually use a 9H. And as I go through, I actually end up on an 8B, but right now I'm using this tiny little 8B. This is this tiny little 8B here. This is a tiny little 8B. But I don't want to start using this one until this other one's dead. And then I also use charcoal pencil. I use white charcoal for the highlights. And then I use a number 7 or 0.7 number 2 pencil, mechanical pencil for a lot of the drawings. So not too bad. Do you sell your drawings often? I have sold about, I want to say 30 drawings, maybe 35 drawings, something like that. It's a lot more difficult to live off of drawing my art, so I don't really worry about that as much. I'm not really trying to sell my artwork. I just figured I'd offer the option to sell my artwork, so I have my portraiture pricing video now. But I just figured I'd offer it in case people wanted to buy them, but I'm not really trying to do that. I'm going to school to be a business major and everything, and I don't plan on making money on my art. So I didn't choose the dong life. The dong life chose me. Draw a mustache on Batman's ear. A mustache on Batman's ear. No, I think I'm good. That's not in the original picture I'm drawing, so I don't think that's going to happen. I'm sorry, Sonic Bolt. I'm very sorry. Okay, so actually I'm not that sorry. Because that would look weird. Batman with a mustache. I'm Batman. Never mind the mustache on my ear. The mustache on your ear will get you. The mustache is a flying bat of a mustache. It will kill all the criminals of Gotham. Because I'm Batman. I'm so crazy sometimes. Sometimes, not always, not always. So, just going to continue drawing this thumb piece here, because his thumb is the first part of his hand that I want to draw. Why not? Why not, you say? Why not? Okay, so I'm going to go and darken all this in here, because this all needs to be darkened. Darkened, 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 yeah. Darken that stiff. Darken that stiff. Your stiff needs to be darkened. The stuff 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 needs to be darkened. I amuse myself. I gotta say, I sometimes find myself amusing. That's a good thing, right? To laugh at yourself? It is. It's a very good thing. It's a very good thing to laugh at yourself. You laughed at yourself, and you're not quite as, I don't know, stuck up. If you can laugh at yourself, you're quite humble. You know, you're able to be a little bit more mature. Okay, if you can't laugh at yourself, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. He can't laugh at himself. Like chicks. Chicks can't laugh at himself. What are you talking about? I laugh at myself all the time. What chicks? You don't laugh at yourself. I call you a chicken and you freak out. I'm not a chicken! See, why don't you just laugh about that? I don't want to laugh now. You made me mad. Why are you calling me a chicken? Because you look like a chicken. I bet if I killed you and ate you, I know General would agree, you'd probably taste like a chicken too. But I don't want to be a chicken. Why do you always call me a chicken? Why do you gotta be so mean? Why do you gotta be so weird, chicks? Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and jump over here and keep working on this because chicks is weird. Because chicks is weird. Chicks is weird. Chicks. Chicks. Oh, chicks. So I'm pretty excited. I actually made a new outro. Not necessarily new. It's actually the same outro, same music, same thumbnail. It's just I changed some of the thumbnail elements. Made it look a little bit different. And I changed which videos are going to go on there. So my Minecraft hero is now going to be in my thumbnail. Or not my thumbnail, my outro image. So you can click into my Minecraft hero if you're feeling, you know, like you need to see some Minecraft hero. Like it's a need. So my wife and I were talking, we're like, okay, so there's no thing that's in between a need and a want. Some things you really want, but you don't really need. You know? So what do you call that? Do you call it a neont? Or do you call it a waid? Waid or neont? We've been calling it a neont. Okay, so. Oh, there's lots of people talking. I got to look at the chat here real quick. Hold on. Okay, so Logicraft. Whoa, that's bloody incredible. Thank you so much, Logicraft. I'm glad you're enjoying it so far. Logicraft! Hold on. How are you? Hiya. My mum is an artist. It's very handy. I've never had to buy any pictures for my house. Yeah, it is. It's quite handy when you do the art yourself, because then you're not worried about that. You always have stuff on the wall. No mustachio for Bolterman. Oh, oops, I just scrolled down. Didn't mean to do that. Haha, Sci-Fi, you may have over-edited this. I may have over-edited this? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Well, I have to go, dude. Please tell me bye in the chick's voice. Bye, Lee-Bob! Have a good day! Don't step on any chickens, and if you do, don't call them chicks, because I'm not a chicken! Anyway, later, Lee-Bob. Okay, so, or not, no links. Want and need weed. No, I like Neont better because it doesn't sound like a drug. Neont sounds better. Wants and need weed. That's hilarious. Anyway, moving right along. Moving right along. Yeah, this isn't looking too bad. It's not looking too bad. It's almost done. We're getting closer. And I definitely let me know in the comment section. I want to know from anybody that is watching, you know, what you guys think. If you think I should keep doing these, you know, portraits every week as a live stream, or if I should do them as a time lapse, you know, let me know. I'm having a lot of fun here, but you know, if you guys aren't having fun, then it's not worth doing because I want to make sure you guys are having fun too. So I'm having a blast because I love drawing. So, and I don't have to record it. So if you guys have an issue with the way I'm doing it, then I don't mind not doing it this way. So just let me know in the comments, and I'll take it into consideration. Into consideration all your feelings about how I'm making it, you know, weird and not time-lapse version. You're not. It's like, you know, the viewer comes to my video and is like, Sci-Fi, this drawing's taking you forever. Usually you draw an entire portrait in like 3 minutes. What's going on here? Do you have a cramp in your hand? Yeah, my cramp is so severe that I can't turn this drawing into a 3-minute drawing. I'm sorry. It's just so severe. This is the most severe of cramps. The most severe of cramps. Yes, see you, dude. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad Lee Bob enjoyed that. Sorry. Bye, Lee Bob. Yeah, every week if you can. Cool. Well, I'm glad to have your support, Jerry. I'm glad that you enjoyed this. I'm having a fun time, and I definitely can technically do this every week. I do have time on Wednesday evenings to do these live streams, drawing live streams. So it'd be pretty cool. If you guys prefer the time lapses, though, I don't mind going back to that. It just takes longer, honestly. With this method of doing it, you guys can see the drawing, and it only takes me as long as it takes to actually draw it, and I get to chat with you guys. Whereas if I do the time-lapse drawings, then it actually takes me like 3 times as long to do because I have to do all the rendering time just to speed it up. So it's not as good a video as far as efficiency goes. It takes me a lot longer to make. These are actually a lot easier to do. So if you guys like these, then I'll definitely keep doing these because these are a lot easier for me to do. A lot easier. A lot. It's a lot easier. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and draw that, and then I want to draw this around, because this needs to come all the way around like so, and kind of cut up like so. Yeah, 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 I like that. Yeah, like that. Cool. And it's not looking too bad. I actually really like the way this is coming out. I would love to do this more often because it's kind of cool to be able to talk to you guys and you guys get to see it slowly come together like I do, you know, and get to experience the same kind of triumph when it's finally done. And I mean, there's nothing better than when I finish a drawing. I love the feeling of finishing a drawing and when it looks good because I'm always like, oh my God, and I can't stop looking at it. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, anyway. But yeah, seriously, it's a lot of fun to create a drawing and to see it finished because, I mean, I have most of my drawings, my time-lapse drawings that is, most of them I have on my walls, except for the ones that I've sold. So most of them I have on my walls, and they're just so cool to look at. I love, like, when I'm bored or like can't really think of what to do or what to play yet, I'm just look up at my wall and I like looking at my drawings. They're pretty cool. I mean, I'm still sometimes blown away by my own skill. I mean, it sounds kind of not humble, but it's kind of true. I'm somewhat kind of impressed by my own skill. I never thought that I would be able to draw like I'm drawing now. I never, like, when growing up, I kept drawing, you know, and my mom was always like, "Oh, keep doing it. Before you know it, you'll be better." And I just never believed it. I never thought that was going to be the case, but I still drew because it was fun. I always loved drawing. I always had ideas that I wanted to get out, and so I'd always draw anyway. But it's not something that I ever thought was actually going to, you know, become a real strong skill until, like, I would say sometime in high school when it started coming out pretty good. Like after, you know, all of middle school drawing and most of elementary school drawing. I mean, by the time I got to high school, I was drawing better than most people that I knew. So it was kind of, I don't know, hard to not feel good about my drawing skill. I don't know. But then after high school, I went to college. I took some art classes, and after art classes, I was actually able to start drawing a lot better. And that's when I started trying to practice portraiture. And once I started trying to practice portraiture is when I really started getting good. Because I started focusing on details. I started focusing a lot on details. And the more you focus on the details, the more it looks good. The more it looks good. Not just good, but really good, people. Really good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway. I'm a weirdo, I know. I know it. It's okay. I like it that way. I like to be weird. It's fun. It's more fun to be weird than to be normal. I mean, who wants to be normal? Normal's overrated. Okay, so I'm going to draw this line because this line is the other part of his back palm plate, I guess. His back of the hand plate. I don't know what you want to call it. And this kind of cuts down and down like that. That's actually rather dark right there. So I'm going to go and darken all that. And then this is actually rather dark over here as well. So I'm going to go and darken all that as well. Cool. So that's looking a lot better. It's getting much closer. You can see most of his hand now, so it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I like it a lot. I hope you guys like it too. I know I do. Okay, so I'm trying to draw these lines, but these lines are kind of tricky. It's kind of have to curl around his hand here. So I kind of made a little bit of a mistake there, but it's not too bad. It's a little mistake, just a little one. A baby mistake. It's a wee baby mistake. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue drawing this because I want it to be finished. I think this is going to be awesome when it's actually finally done. I really want to finish it. Okay, we're really close too. We're really close to being done. I just have to draw the batarang. And if I can draw the batarang, this will be pretty much done. So I want to finish it. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. I think I can. I think I can. Cool. Let's go and look at the chat here. I gotta go too. I need sleep. You should do more. And do David Bowie, please. Oh, awesome suggestion. I forgot you had suggested that before, Badgie. I'll definitely take that into consideration. I'll see what I can do there. And then Blazin. Oh my gosh. And then Jerry, it looks great. Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I'm having a blast here. It's so cool to have so many people, so many amazing people. All of you guys have great channels too, and you're all coming in to check out my stuff. It's so cool. I love it. Although I haven't checked out Jerry's channel yet. I will soon. So don't feel bad about that. I will go check that out soon. And it'll be epic. It'll be epic, I'm sure. Because your support is epic, so you must have an epic channel. You must have an epic channel, right? Because your support is epic. Everybody with epic support must have epic channels. Because you understand that YouTube, I mean, when you support other people, you understand that that's how YouTube works. You have to support other people to, really get your name out there. You got to get on other networks, and every channel has its own network, and you just network. You keep networking, growing your own network by growing other people's network. And the more you help other people, the more you help yourself, and it's really an excellent concept. I really love it. I love YouTube because it is very much community oriented. So it's very cool. It's a very cool concept. Okay, so I'm darkening this because this needs to be quite dark right there. And then this needs to cut out from there. And then cut all the way up to right there. Oops. Okay, well, let's fix this line. Cool. And then this whole thing needs to be quite dark as well. And all the way down to here. Sorry that I'm getting all focused here. These lines are very hard to draw. These lines are very precise. Trying to make sure that they look good. Trying to focus and make sure that they look good. So, sorry that I'm not talking much right now, but I'm almost done with this drawing, and I just want to power through and finish it. Cool. That's looking cool. Alright, and then this actually needs to be lightened. This whole line here, right here. Much too dark. Much too dark. Okay. much too dark. Much too dark. Luke, I am your father. Not really. I'm just some dude that likes Star Wars. Sorry, Luke. Didn't mean to bug you, man. Check the chat real quick. Gerard the Man 200, pretty epic. I do love epic stuff. You're the only drawing live stream I know, besides the Bob Ross one on Twitch, which I don't know if it's still up. 99. That's cool that I'm the only drawing live stream. I didn't know that I was the only one that did that. Or at least, I mean, if I'm not, at least I'm the only one that you know. That's pretty cool. I like being the only one in some case. So that's pretty cool. I might have to keep doing the drawing stuff then. I know that it's a smaller community than the gaming videos. I mean, there's a lot of gaming videos out there. So there's not as many There's not that many at all, actually, drawing channels. Very few channels actually spend all their effort on drawing. Some channels do some drawing, but a lot of channels don't do like portraiture. Like some of the channels that do drawing, they're not really focused on portraits. They're more focused on something else, like I don't know, Minecraft art or something like that. So or channel art, or things like that. So they're not really as focused on doing things like this. They're not really focused on doing these epic portraits. So yeah, that's pretty cool that I'm the only one doing it, though. That's pretty cool that... I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Maybe there's others. Maybe there's not. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Pretty neat, though. And I hope that this becomes a regular thing that people enjoy, because I would love to continue doing live streams. Drawing live streams, it's really neat. I mean, one of my favorite things in school was to have people watching me draw, and really just being in awe of what I'm doing, because I mean, there's nothing better. And I mean, granted, it's very egoic of me to say that, but there's nothing better than to have people, praising you for your work. I mean, it's really amazing. It makes you feel good. It lifts your spirit. It makes you feel, I don't know, appreciated, accomplished. Take your pick. And I love drawing. I've always loved drawing. It's always been one of my passions. Okay, so I want to try at least to get this shine on this batarang, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. This is a tough one. This is a toughie. Cool. So obviously there's a blade on this here too that I didn't quite catch. I guess I should very lightly sketch that in. Very lightly sketch that in. Cool, that looks good. And then this whole thing kind of needs to be a little bit darker in here, so I'm going to go ahead and darken all this. And then I want to bring this out, my chamois cloth again, because I need to darken a lot of this in here. But not entirely, just a little bit. Just enough that it gets that like metallic kind of shine to it. Cool. Cool! So this is actually looking really good. I think the only thing I have left to do... Oh, I still got to shade these a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and shade those. I'm going to go ahead and bring out my smudge tool one last time. But I think I'm getting really close to done here, guys. I think I'm really close. Okay, let's see here. You're only driving live stream. Okay, nighty night. I wish I could live stream and draw. I can live stream, but can't draw at all. Well, you guys could always live stream other things, like live stream a vlog series, or live stream building with Legos, or live stream playing with Minecraft, or live stream any other things. I mean, live streams are fun because it's just a way for, I mean, it's just like I said earlier, it's just such a cool way to connect with your viewers. And I love connecting with your viewers. I mean, it's really the most important part about YouTube is to connect with your viewers, because your viewers really is what make your channel, I don't know, just awesome? I don't know. It's what makes making videos awesome, at least for me, the viewers. So, live streams are definitely really fun, and I definitely enjoy them. I wish that I don't know, I wish that I've been doing live streams for longer, but at the same time, at least I've had short videos and enough content that people are more or less happy with what I'm doing. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and darken a lot of this in here. I want it to look pretty good, and I think this will do the trick. Okay, and then in here there can be some darkness, and then here there can be some smudgy effect going on. And in here, and in here, and here, and this bit here, and this bit here. Cool. So that is pretty much, I want to say it's done. What do you guys think? You think it's done? I think it's done. I think it's done. I think I'm going to call that done, because I think it's done. If you guys have anything to point out that needs to be fixed, then maybe I'll fix it. But I think it's done, because it's pretty darn close. It's really close. It looks good. I've got the hand. I've got the batarang. I've got the gauntlet. I've got the arm. I've got the shoulder. I got the neck. I got the head. I've got the ears. It looks good. It looks really good. I think one of the weirdest parts for me are these lines on this bit here, but I mean, the drawing itself is just, I mean, maybe I should lighten those. Maybe that's what it needs to be. Just lighten those just a tad. I'm going to go ahead and lighten these just a tad. There we go. And that should help a little bit. And then this over here needs to be lightened just a tad. I think so. I think it's pretty close to being done. I think it's really close to being done, but I'm not sure if it's quite there. It's really close. It's really close. Really close. Well, for those of you that are watching, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for standing by and enjoying what I've been doing. I've definitely enjoyed this very much. I cannot wait to do another one of these with you guys. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I've enjoyed creating it. I'm going to go ahead and do the last thing that I like to do, which is my little signature. So I'm going to go ahead and do my signature. I think I'm going to do it right over here, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and do. And copyright 16. My first portrait of this year. Cool beans. Very cool beans. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out a little bit so you can kind of see it a little bit better here. Definitely not too bad. Not too bad at all. I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, these eyes over here aren't too bad. I mean, I kind of want to zoom in too so you guys can get some details on these different areas of it. As much as I can zoom in at least. Oops. Okay, so we've got the face area here. Doesn't look too bad. We've got the hand area there, but I'm going to go back to the face a little bit. I like it. It looks really good. Oops, wrong way. Yeah, it looks really good. I really like the way it came out. I mean, this in here is a little bit too dark, I think. Just all this in here is a little bit too dark, and I think this here might be a little bit too light. But at least it kind of shows where his eye is. And I think I might need to darken that just a little bit before I can call this done. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Cool. Now it's darkened. Now his eyes are completely hidden from view. So that works. That works really good. I'm going to go ahead and zoom back out. Zoom back out on this beast of a portrait. It looks good. It looks really good. I hope you guys have enjoyed as much as I have. If you did, please leave a like. Leave a comment after this is finished uploading. It'll be uploaded here soon. Thank you for watching. Smudgy for life. Definitely, Jerry. And thank you for all your support, guys. I'm definitely excited to do more of these. And stay tuned because I plan to do one next week. So long as my schedule is freed up as I plan it to be, and so long as I can come up with inspiration for another portrait. So thanks for watching. Leave a like. Share this video if you haven't already. And subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support. And thanks for being awesome. Bye, Jerry. Laters, guys.